value for it. Are you a dad?
Yes, I am.
So am I.
Yeah.
I'm a family guy. It's not hard to have it's not easy to have a family.
No, sir.
You want to find value wherever you go. I'll spend good money if I get the value for it, if it's worth what I'm paying for it. And if I feel that that's what we're giving to people, whether it's some sort of nostalgic trip or it's connecting with a part of themselves that they haven't felt connected to in a long time, what the hell is not relevant about that?
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Absolutely. And one question in closing, and I hope that it's all right for me to ask you this, but how's your health overall?
You mean the MS thing?
The MS, yeah.
Dude, I'm doing okay. About 2 months ago, actually 2.5 months ago, I got an offer from this doctor who writes these nutrition books and bestsellers, and he has worked with people with autoimmune diseases, and a lot with RRMS is what I have.
Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Scott.
Word up,
Rafe,
my man.
Lern, and Moon.
Energy up.
And
Finally remembered all your names.
Good job,
Great.
man.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks. Thanks for recognizing. Was this a long week?
Yeah, man, because we were only worked 3 days last week.
Yeah, I think this was the week where we put everything off last week, pushed it off to this week, and the bills came due. The bills came due this week, and it really felt like it. But we made it. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Hope you have a fun weekend planned out.
I do.
Oh,
Care
yeah,
to
would
know?
you like to expound on that?
Well, tonight, I'm going to go see comedian Dimitri Martin at River City Casino.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, I'm either going to go see Maxine or Longlegs.
Oh, Maxine's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a fun one, huh?
Maxine came out. Reviews are really good.
That's the A24?
It's the third in the X and the Pearl trilogy.
Yeah.
Mia Goth. But Longlegs is out today, too, which is like a new age
That's a
Silence of
horror
the
movie,
Lambs.
right?
Yeah. It's about a young female detective and this weird crap that's going on at this cabin she's staying in. And I want to see them both so bad.
Is that a Nick Cage thing?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Is Nick Cage in that?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he the weirdo?
He is, I don't know. If it just said, he is Longlegs, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this Maxine movie, this trailer up on the screen here. Moon's got it on. About a woman who wants to be a star.
Yeah, she's an adult filmmaker. And apparently if you've seen X and Pearl, there's some sort of connection, all three of them.
Can I jump right in?
Yeah, it's a trilogy,
That's what
right?
I asked. I think I'm jumping in.
Can I jump in?
Because she talks
Without
about
seeing the other movies?
Night Stalker in this one. It takes place in the 80s. And
There's
Halsey's
one
in it.
scene in this that's supposedly one of the most brutal scenes in movie history.
Really?
So, yeah.
In this Maxine movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you've piqued my interest.
I know.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna
The
wish
only
you
thing-
didn't see it, I think.
Only thing that makes me interested is the A24 thing. I mean, like that brand is
They're so good.
so
Yeah, that-
attractive.
They do suspense and horror so well.
Yeah.
So hot right now.
So hot
That
right now.
A24 is so hot right now. That production house. Well, hope you enjoy.
Oh,
will.
Kevin Bacon. Oh, okay. This is the one that he's been promoting.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys know what a passenger princess is?
You know, I never heard this term before, but I got a feeling I know exactly.
I learned this
what
term
it is.
yesterday.
What is it?
A passenger princess. Can you try to fathom a guess?
Whoever's sitting shotgun and they're acting like they own the whole world. Is that it?
Yeah, we just need
basically.
everything.
Okay.
The radio has to be the volume and the station that they need. It has to be the right temperature. Oh, could you not drive something?
Well, a passenger princess is, and I looked it up, what the exact definition is a playful term, often used to describe somebody who enjoys being driven around rather than driving themselves.
Oh, yeah.
This person usually prefers to be the passenger in a car, often sitting comfortably, maybe controlling the music, taking naps, or simply enjoying the ride without the responsibilities of driving. The term is often used affectionately and humorously to describe somebody who takes advantage of the opportunity to relax while somebody else handles the driving. So as if you're a princess being driven around by the royal chauffeur.
Passenger princess.
That is a passenger princess. And my wife and I went out on Wednesday afternoon, and normally I would drive. And we walked into the garage, and I opened up the passenger door. Not for her, but for myself.
Because you just couldn't take it anymore? Like, I'm done driving?
No, and this is the second time I've done this in maybe 2 weeks, and my wife thinks something's wrong.
Yeah, what is going on with you?
I don't know. I just didn't want to drive.
This is like a Burton thing.
Well, Jeff would sit in the back.
Okay, even better.
What a queen.
Jeff Burton would, so Julie Burton would drive, and Jeff would sit in the back,
I love that.
which is odd.
It's
But so Jeff.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but a Jeff thing.
Yeah.
But I took the passenger seat, and my wife goes, "What is this about?"
Yeah, okay, what'd you say?
I said, "I don't know. I just want to check some emails, and I want to do some other things while you're driving. We weren't going far." Mm-hmm. I said, "You drive."
I do that to Tim pretty often. And then, but when I reverse it, then he's confused. Like when I'm going, I'll drive. Because he had to get kind of used to that. Because he always liked to be the driver. And then I noticed that his dad always drives with his mom. And I'm like, nah, this is not something that I want to continue.
Growing up, 100% of the time, my dad was driving, and my mother was a passenger.
Yeah, it's a boomer thing.
It's continued on. And I wonder how many ladies would be turned off by your guy if he was the passenger princess in the relationship.
It's fine. But it's the
Maybe
multitasking.
for you.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's women out there that would prefer the man drives. And
I
vice
think my
versa.
wife is one, and my wife likes to drive.
My wife 100% prefers me to drive.
My wife likes to drive, but she prefers when I drive.
On long trips, because I get so damn bored on road trips, they're just not for me. I have to drive because I want to get there fast. I am a speed demon. And I get so damn bored that I drive Tim nuts when he's driving long distances. So I'm like, just let me drive because that way I can just jam and zone out and get there,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel the same way.
Are you
I
a
just love
passenger
dri-
princess?
No, I love driving, and I just love it. And my wife doesn't mind, so if there's an opportunity, I'll be driving the entire time. I don't care if it's 12 hours or whatever it is. I just enjoy it far better than sitting there.
I just didn't feel like driving.
Yeah.
Works out for us. I prefer to drive. She prefers to passenge. It works
Fine.
out well.
Works out good.
Have you ever asked your partner what bothers them about your driving? Because I asked him the other day because I was driving us. We were coming back from somewhere, driving downtown, and it was probably a 30-minute drive. And in my insecure head, I go, what about my driving bothers you? No, we were on 270. We're coming back from my mom's house. And I go, is there anything about my driving that bothers you? And he was like, yeah. He like an answer immediately. He goes, you zone out sometimes and your periphery, you forget kind of where you are. And it's true because what will happen is I'll get in the right lane when I should just be passing and flying, But sometimes I'll get lost in deep thought and I'll just stay there. And I won't ride somebody's ass or anything, but I'll just be there. And he's getting more and more frustrated because I just won't go. But I'm locked in good thought, or maybe there's a good jam on.
Yeah, my wife would say I'm not aggressive enough. Why are you in the right lane? Why are you driving so slow, Grandma? What?
Really?
Tim and Niels are the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my wife always complains whenever I drive, the passenger's always nagging. So she doesn't like that. She's like, maybe if...
What?
I think my only weakness that upsets my wife eventually is if I'm having an issue with other drivers, especially on this last, we drove 8 hours and people just still don't understand the passing lane and they're just chilling on the passing lane.
That's all.
That's Tino.
And I start talking.
We have the opposite problem of these two. I have to be like, hey, you zoned out in the passing lane. And there's a line of cars behind. I can see them in the rearview mirror, and I'm trying not to be like a backseat driver.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, hey, hon, you got to get over.
Moon's behind you going.
She didn't know that till recently, and she's like, I started doing that, and traffic flows so much better. Why don't people do that? And I go, yeah, everyone's supposed to do
Yeah.
If you're
it.
not hogging up
There
the
are
passing
rules.
lane.
Yeah.
There are rules, yes.
Like if you look behind, you zone out and then you look in your rearview, it's the worst feeling in the world. And I've done it, and I hate when I'm like, I'm going faster than the flow of traffic, but there might be a line of cars that's trying to get after it behind me, and I just didn't look.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you feel like garbage.
You're like, wait, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I get over immediately.
Yep. I do the dad talk. I put the hand up and go, what are we doing?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Sorry.
And then I always pass and I go, oh, it's somebody that's had a license for decades. You should know better.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm cognizant of it. And if I'll sometimes linger and I go, and I'll pull back into the middle lane or the right lane, and I'm sorry.
And I always
Sorry.
get excited whenever you're driving in the fast lane and you're going pretty fast and then someone's right on your rear end. So I move over let them go in front of me, and then I follow them because I'm like, the cops will get that guy.
That's right.
I love it.
Well, as somebody who is a passenger, there are responsibilities. I think passenger princesses do have responsibilities in the car.
Like
Me
what?
too. I want to hear this because I have some formal complaints. Go ahead.
No, I tried to think, and there's probably more than what I thought of.
Besides navigator?
Okay, so a passenger princess, no, you have to do stuff too.
Like-
I'm sorry. There are things that you're I'm responsible for getting us from point A to B safely
Yeah, I'm the safety
and
officer.
efficiently.
I'm the safety officer and the first captain as far as piloting goes. And
Yeah.
you're the navigator.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. You've got a job here.
Especially if it's a frequent flyer. Like if
Yeah.
it's a friend that's never been in your car before, whatever.
But if it's
But
your
if it's a frequent,
life partner,
if it's your person you're chauffeuring around the majority of your life,
Yeah.
here are your
they got a couple
responsibilities.
Let's hear 'em.
duties.
Co-captain.
You are supposed to pay attention to the GPS. I have my eye on it, but you're a navigator too.
Okay.
There's a line there, though.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's a line of how many times I need reminded.
That's right.
Oh, gosh.
Well, there's a
You know what I mean?
There's a protocol on the direction delivery for sure.
Yes.
That street back there is where you're supposed to turn right. I always like that one.
Tim doesn't want any direction from me. I'll be like, we're at a parking lot, and we're looking for a parking space. I'm like, oh, there's one. He gets so frustrated. I'm going, what? We're in this together.
All right. Well, now with Waze and Google Maps could talk to you and stuff like this is probably less important than some of the other ones.
Okay.
The parking lot stuff is hysterical, though.
As a
We do the
passenger,
same thing.
We've almost gotten divorced because of parking lots.
She's like, you already passed 3 spots. I'm like, yeah, but there's a better one. She's like, but why didn't you just park there? I was like, because there's a better one.
Do you want to drive?
Yeah.
No,
No, I want to get out of the car.
I'm parking in
and
the first
leave you
one.
for life.
I'm parking in the first one I see, and my wife's like, "There's one up front." I'm like, I
Right.
don't know.
That's
We need
so
the exercise.
It takes too long to get the right one.
We
I
need the
just would rather
exercise.
park.
All right. As a passenger, you are responsible for opening all snacks and beverages.
For sure.
Well, heck yeah.
And if I'm done and I'm holding the trash over here,
Yep.
that's not rude. I'm not asking too much. I don't want to take my eyes off the road. I'm protecting your future.
You are responsible
Please
for
take the
opening
wrapper.
all chip bags and unsealing all beverages.
Yes, and getting the bag from the back. We need the bag from the back. Can you get it? Yes.
That's so funny.
100%. And if I sometimes need to be fed, that's an
Oh,
option too. Put a chip in my mouth and move my bottom jaw so you could.
Now, swallow,
Am I right?
water.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so passenger is responsible for all snack and beverages being open. Passenger also responsible for getting money ready for tolls and if going through a drive-through.
Yes.
I like that. That's a good rule.
And if it's their own money, even better.
Even better, yes. We have a shared bank account, so
But we don't share these pockets. So,
you are responsible for getting monies ready for
I love
upcoming tolls and drive-throughs.
love it.
Love that.
You are responsible for holding on to all cargo and not making anything tip over.
Yes.
All cargo. If we are going to somebody's house and we have to bring a dish, you are responsible for holding it, not tipping it, and making sure it gets there in one piece. Any arguments with that one?
No. Purses included.
You are responsible for all text messages as well. Try to be safe.
Yeah.
Here, text Rafe.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You know how funny that is when you actually do that for your partner and your tone and your word usage in text is probably a little bit different, slightly different. Like maybe you don't use an exclamation point as
A lot.
often.
For you guys, it's a lot. For you and Tim, it's very
It's
drastically
very
different.
drastically different. He was driving the other day. He was like, "Hey, text Emily back, my sister," and I did it. And there's no way she didn't know that it was her sister texting her because Tim does not text in the same tone as me.
No.
So but as a driver, you have to deal with that. It's not going to be in your tone unless you say exactly what you want to be texted.
Now, I know my Apple Play's got the text to talk thing, and that works if you're alone in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
But even
Sometimes.
still, that's a distracting thing. That still distracts you from your job, your primary job of getting all of us in this vehicle safely to A and B. So if you are the passenger, you are responsible for writing text messages, Sometimes reading emails.
Whoa.
Sometimes.
Wow.
Emails.
Sometimes. Hey, it's happened.
Wow.
We're conducting business.
You're getting work done
I
on the road, brother.
Yeah, I now have an assistant.
Yeah.
Gotta send a fax.
Yeah.
I mean, anything outside of driving the vehicle is in the passenger bucket, is it not?
Yeah, but we need to lay some of this stuff out.
For sure. And I didn't even think about the getting money ready for the drive-through. That's brilliant.
As a passenger, you're also 100% responsible for helping anybody else in the car.
Oh.
And I'm talking kids and whatever. You are 100% responsible for helping anybody else in the car. If that means you have to contort yourself into a weird position to do something in the back seat,
Yes.
to help a child out.
You are the navigator and the flight attendant.
Yeah. Yeah, let me pilot this ship.
Okay.
Is there anything else I'm missing? Somebody said responsible for police lookout.
Yeah, that's good.
I got my eyes for that.
I would like to add an addendum.
Yeah, I guess so.
Appreciate that.
I think you can also be cognizant of your own behavior. Like, passenger princesses are great. Like, if you're in a high, you ever been in like a high stress traffic situation where it's like maybe you're driving in downtown Manhattan or something, like it's crazy. Like there's a crazy situation going on, but the passenger's just like cranking up the radio, like being as distracting as possible. This is what
Be aware. Be
situational awareness. That is, add that to the list because there's time. That's what we get into it about, and I'm like, Tina, I love you, and she's great. I love her to death, but it's like there's times that it'll be like we're 3 lanes are merging at like 75 miles an hour, and she's like she's like beating on the thing, trying to find a Taylor Swift song she wants to listen to, turning it up all the way. She's like knocking coffee onto my lap, and I'm like, hey man, can you sit still for a second?
Yeah.
Like I'm locked in.
We're
over
almost
here.
out of this mess.
Yeah, yeah. Like I am locked in over here.
Yeah, you're killing me.
Just be a good co-pilot. It's the navigator thing. I'm like, just be for right now. Lock in with me. We got a MIGs. We got MIGs all over us right now. I need you to lock in.
I need you to be my goose.
Yes.
Beyond the navigator thing too, like a planner. You're also a planner because if you're on a 10-hour trip or something, and you know people are going to need bathroom breaks, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. You look ahead and see when there's an actual city with some fast food places and truck stops.
I'm hungry. The kids are hungry. It's your job to find the next spot to eat.
Yes.
Yeah, like I was asked a few times, like, "Hey, when are you going to stop?" It's like, "What do you mean? When am I going to stop? I don't know. Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. You tell me what's coming up here."
The world at your fingertips with your phone.
Yeah.
Yelp something. Yelp something.
What's your? Yes, please Yelp. For the love of God, Yelp.
If it were up to me, we would stop when the gas tank was empty.
What's your policy on who controls the music?
That's a dicey thing.
Case by case.
Defers to the driver.
Yeah.
Driver needs to be comfortable as far as that kind of goes, but it is a nice, courteous thing to open that up.
Yeah, I think passengers allowed to plead a case in front of the king, but initially the king decides.
The
driver
the
decides.
driver has final approval.
You can pitch me a podcast you want to listen to, and I'm more than likely, I'm a pretty amiable guy.
Is there anybody that enjoys something that's torturous to the other person?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'm sure.
Oh really?
T
Yes.
Swift, brother.
I have.
Not having it when you're driving?
Tim doesn't listen to loud music.
Yeah.
I mean, at least if it's Taylor Swift, is it like at a level that it is loud enough to where you can kind of just zone in on the music, or is it conversational?
No, we crank it. We're both loud music people.
Okay, good.
Thank God for that. Like listening to music in the car quietly, I'd rather just turn it off.
And you can't take the T Swift stuff?
I like Taylor Swift. I don't have a problem with T Swift. It's just, she's in an obsessed phase. Where I'm like, I don't need to listen to every Taylor Swift album in order for 4 hours in a car ride. Like, I love bands too, and there's certain times, I don't torture her like that. I'm not like, guess what? Avett Brothers from here to Chicago. It's like, I put on a playlist maybe that will play songs in that genre. Because that's the other thing is she goes in looking for songs too while if she's driving, and I don't complain. I'm like, if you're driving, it's Taylor Swift, and I know what's coming. But she'll like, instead of just letting an album or a playlist play, she's like driving, drinking coffee, looking in between her legs, trying, and I'm just like, you are going to kill us. And she does not have a good record, by the way. She has a bad driving record.
There was a time where I was listening to very aggressive music.
Yeah.
And it would be loud. And when I was first dating my wife, I remember, and we were not into the same types of music.
Uh-huh.
And I remember, I'll never forget, we were driving, we were heading on to the FDR Drive and on the east side of Manhattan. And I was playing Queens of the Stone Age, which is not that aggressive. There are a couple aggressive songs, and there was a part of one of the songs, and this is the track right here. And she started to cry. My wife started to cry.
Like every radio, mute, the deaf. You can't even hear it.
So I had this going, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds good, right? I think we're both into this.
Yeah.
Getting onto the FDR Drive. And I got it, man. Here we go. And I had this to 11.
And she's like,
I love it.
And she's crying.
What am I doing with my life? This guy sucks.
this guy's
Yeah, this guy sucks.
That is funny.
It was that part of that song.
See, Tim's listening to Queens of the Stone Age, but he's listening to it at a definite, like a very like minimal level.
A reasonable level.
And,
He's
and
trained
for
his
some
ears.
reason, and my hearing is gone. I've not taken care of my ears. at
That song
all.
rules, by the way. Download it today.
And so, but I can't, it's almost like I can't really hear the music that well. And then like, we're not talking. Like my husband doesn't talk a lot. So like, you know, it's like this kind of annoying volume that is just enough to piss me off, you know? And so when you get in my car, it's cranked because I'm deaf and if we're
I
not
like
going
to
to
listen
talk.
to music loud.
Yeah, I do
too,
too. It
dude.
pumps me up. It gets me there fast.
Like it's on, if it's not on max, it's one little digital bar off.
Yeah, well, do you remember the days when speakers,
Maybe not
car
when other people are in the
speakers
car.
were blown out easily?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We have come leaps and bounds.
Big time.
With car audio technology.
These kids have no clue what we
Except
were
for
dealing
my-
with in the 90s.
Yeah, except for my 2014 Mazda. That
Oh, you bought the
the
speakers?
right speakers no longer.
Oh,
dude.
I
fir-
bought
my-
the speakers in my parents' car.
Yeah, my first 3 vehicles were either sold or donated with an odd number of speakers.
Yeah.
The odd number of working speakers.
Right.
Jeep
for
had
sure.
none. The Jeep has none. I had a Bluetooth speaker I would put in the cup holder.
Did you blow out the speakers?
Blew them out. And they were like infinity gold. It was like, for the time they were made, they were supposed to be the best. They were like infinity gold speaker system. They were the upgrade, you know. But I just, over time, it was in 96. I just.
And when they start to go, you get
Yeah, you get
the
you get-
crackles.
Oh, the worst.
And none of them. I'm not, even the ones in the dash that aren't supposed to blow, I blew them.
I remember I blew the speakers on my parents' car, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna be pissed.
Did they notice?
Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
they're gonna be pissed. My Jeep now goes up to 38.
Yeah, dude.
You know, that was the nice thing.
Pretty fast.
I'm almost certain.
38 on the audio level.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
I'm
Yeah.
almost certain I blew the door speakers in my mom's car, but the nice thing is they never listened to music really, and if they did, it was always so quiet that I was like, oh, I don't think they'll
realize.
discover
Yeah.
that these things are blown. And I mean, this is the first. I bet you this is the first my mother's hearing of it right now.
That's funny.
It's all.
Did you
She's gonna
guys-
turn it up now with the bass in a barbershop quartet. She's
I
gonna,
still love listening to a lot of music here and there, but I've toned it down just because.
Oh no, there are certain songs that require 38 on
Oh,
the Jeep,
man.
on
For
the
sure.
Jeep radio.
But it's only
So
alone.
good.
It's only alone because my wife immediately is like, hey, come on.
yeah, you got to calm down.
And I'm always like, oh yeah, you're right.
We're
There's-
cruising
there's-
Limburg,
There's other
though,
people
babe.
here.
Yeah.
And to Lern's point, it would be harder for me for it to be that type of music. Like if you're putting on like easy listening, you're putting
Right.
on Steely Dan,
Right.
and it's at a reasonable level, I'd be like, all right, whatever, it's elevator music. But if you're, can you imagine getting in a car and being like, you like Metallica? This is called One by Metallica, and again, turning it to like a 17.
You can't
where
even
it's
hear the front of the song for like 3
Yeah,
minutes.
you just hear Master of Puppets lightly playing in the background. I'd be like, you got to turn this off.
yeah, you got to turn it off or turn it up.
Up or off. There's no
middle ground
There's
here.
certain types of music that you either have to be ready to rock out or you got to switch.
Well, remember there were some speakers that had a little button that said loud.
Oh, yeah. It was always pressed in.
There were some radios that had a button that said loud.
Remember going in when you got your first car and you would take the bass all the way to the right? You just turn it.
yeah.
Just make
And
it sound
turn it all the way up
terrible.
in the treble, like barely. And
I think
oh.
I would have the treble all the way up. I was a treble all the way
I turned
up.
Were
everything
you?
up, and then the mid's just like back one scooch.
and you have to move it to the speakers at work.
Yeah.
To close the other ones off, move it over to the left one.
I was like, why does the back seat need speakers? I'm not back there. And I put all the
Oh yeah,
noise to
I
the
want
front.
all the juice.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, I also-
putting all the power to the front deflector shields.
Dude, it was a real like Hoosier country boy thing too, to get like those subs and put them under the truck seats.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
dude. I
And
was
it always
just getting ready
sounded-
to bring this up.
What was it? The Sherwin Vegas? Was that the name of the brand?
My friend,
There's like kickers and
Yeah, kickers. Oh yeah. Like, oh, we just got some new kickers.
I'm sure you had speakers. Subwoofers.
my friend Dion had like him and his dad had like a king cab Ford Ranger that they
Dang.
put on a lift kit. Every Hoosier thing put like a metallic strawberry paint job on it, and his entire back seat. No one could ride in it because it was just speakers.
Yeah.
In a single cab Ford Ranger, like just there's a wonder we can hear anything. It would just be like almost to the point that it was unpleasant. Because we grew up in that era when it's like you want your car to vibrate.
Yeah, well, I had a buddy that put those bass speakers
Yeah.
in his Dodge Neon in
Yeah.
the trunk.
Yeah.
So all it is just thumping the car.
Yeah, and just rattling
It
your,
just rattles the car.
your back
yeah.
windshield.
That's it.
Everything in the car is rattling. The entire drive.
It just rattles the car.
I still think that's hot. Like as a girl of the 90s and the early 2000s, cruising Lindbergh, like, and Tim used to have in his Tacoma, he used to have the subwoofer in the back little seat of his Tacoma. And you would get in it and the thing would be loud as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was awesome.
Everyone's right here. Oh, wants the chase.
And then slowly it's like, we have no sub anymore.
But Tim would turn it way down.
No.
Is he listening?
He's like,
I don't want to.
there's a reasonable amount of subwoofing to be done here.
That cool guy's listening to Deftones. That deafening
Passenger
sound.
by Deftones comes on, get out.
Yeah, but he had the speaker in the actual cab of the car, right?
He did, yeah, right behind the
This
driver's
dude had
seat.
it in the trunk.
Right.
Yeah.
just rattle.
Behind
So
the seat was
behind
a
the
popular
seat.
place.
But all it would do was just rattle,
Just
like it
rumble.
would just rumble the car.
It's just a rumbler. Well, yeah, I mean,
How
you had,
stupid.
you put them in your trunk though, where they were like sticking up on that back dash thing, right?
No, he had him behind the seats.
But I mean, you did, because I did.
I never had those.
Oh, I did, and then I inherited some kickers or Sherwin Vegas or whatever, and put those in the truck, and it's just ridiculous. You got an S10, with like 500 watts of sound coming out.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's no place to go. It's like a tiny little cab. I'm surrounded by 8 speakers.
Lug nuts just falling off as you
Yeah.
drive down the road
Yeah.
because they've been rattled
So
off.
stupid.
Yeah, there's a kid
What
in
a waste of
Shelbina
money.
that it was in my class, and he had won one of those contests off Pepsi, and he got a Jeep. And so he declined the Jeep, got the cash instead, and spent like 10 grand putting speakers in his car.
What a waste.
No.
It was awesome.
What a
dude.
waste.
That's class.
I'm sure he still has it.
It's kind of cool.
I think I'm going to, for Tim's birthday coming up in September, I think I'm just going to like take his car and have a subwoofer installed in the car without him knowing. And then that will be his birthday present.
But
Are
it
you gonna
sounds
go
like
to-
you want it.
I do,
Are
but
you going to go to Audio Express,
I
your
am.
home of the $1 install?
Yes.
Fee, fi, fo, fo.
And then maybe he'll crank it, Maybe this is just the issue. He misses having a sub in his car.
Do kids put sound systems in their car anymore?
Yeah.
They still
do?
do?
They do. In
haven't
fact,
seen that in a while.
my buddy at Griffin Automotive Design down in Bonne Terre, he does all these remakes of, he's doing things for classic cars, but also modern vehicles. And they do sound engineering for classic. People are putting subs and things in older cars even, like way old classic
Oh,
cars.
dude, if I had a classic car, if I
Oh.
pulled up
Oh,
some,
if you have an older
if
car.
I had a
I
Barracuda,
get it.
I'd put megaphones all throughout that. Like, I mean, look at me, look at
I don't-
me.
I'm just saying the newer cars have pretty
Decent.
good
Yeah.
stock sound systems.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Like
my,
enough where you're not going to blow out the speakers anymore.
my Wrangler. What's that? What's the system that they're putting in Wranglers now? Whatever it is, it's freaking incredible. It's like stock. It's an amazing sound. You got the bars over on
Yeah,
the
you
roll.
got the bar.
You got the speaker on the roll bar, and then you got the whatever sub they put in the back of most of those Unlimiteds.
Dr. Dre did something with Dodge.
Dude, Wranglers sound sick, even with the roof off. It
Yeah.
Especially
they
with the
sound
roof off.
freaking great now. Stock.
Yeah, but
You
if
don't-
I
you don't
got
have
the
to
top
do
off
anything.
and I'm pulling up to somebody a light, I turn it down.
Yeah.
I turn
Well,
it down
that's
to
a
Tim
nice
levels.
thing to do.
Me too.
I go down to Tim levels.
I do that
For
too.
what?
That's the right thing to do.
If I got the top off the car and I pull up to a stoplight and I'm with a group of people,
Sure.
are surrounding me, I'm turning it down.
I do
If-
that
if-
even with the windows up. Like if I see an old person, we're both at a light, like especially at 4 a.m. when we're driving into work. If I see somebody that's older, I don't want to make them think like I'm dangerous. So I turn my stereo down.
Yes, because I
Intimidating.
look over and I
You
go,
see
I see
me?
this chick and I go, she's dangerous.
You don't know.
She's listening to rock and roll.
That's right.
No, do you blare it whenever you roll up and pick your kids up from school?
Oh yeah, what's that move?
But you're blaring like Perry Como or Michael Crawford
Do you
or something.
do the thing that I want to kill everyone for by leaving it on full volume at the gas pump so everybody can know what you're into?
No, I've never done that, but I have.
It drives me crazy, dude. I'm just like,
working
what
I
an a-hole.
have, to embarrass my son, opened up all the windows and I go, hope all you kids at Lafayette High School like Stone Temple Pilots.
That's right.
Dude, the worst thing is, all these doors are like thinner now, you know, because who knows what they're making them out of. And I'm always listening to a podcast. And when you got everything set for music, like the podcast, if you're listening to somebody with like a deeper voice, it's all boom, boom, you know.
Yeah.
And I always pull up, and the kids always get in and go, dude, what are you listening to?
Right.
I can hear it from the doors of the school.
Business advice.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's with Marco Polo too. If I'm listening
Podcast.
to my Marco Polos with my girlfriends and they're like complaining about their lives or whatever, as we do on Marco Polo, people can hear it from outside of the car. So you can hear like my best friend's voice.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, because when you're listening to talking, whether it's a podcast or something like that, on the road, you typically have it a little bit higher because sometimes it kind of scoops down or somebody talks a little more quiet. You know, it's not mastered like these songs are.
Right.
So you're kind of blaring it when you're on the highway, and then you pull up to your kid's school, and you know the auto engine shuts off to do the you know whatever,
saving thing?
Yeah, whatever that's called. So now the car's silent, and you just hear these people screaming at each other through the doors. That's what
You
embarrasses
don't shut
my
that
children.
off when you get in the car?
Shut it.
The
Shut
gas,
what off?
like the gas saver thing?
No, I don't mind it.
How? Especially when it's 400 degrees out.
Oh, because it's like
It
the air
stops the
conditioner.
AC. It stops the.
Hey man,
comfort.
I'm doing my part. You know what
But
I'm saying?
are you? I thought that thing doesn't
presume.
really work for anything.
Oh, dude, not running it at every single light. I'm sure it does something. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
You know what?
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 We just cancel each other out.
Okay.
I shut mine off.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is cool.
Way to go.
Equilibrium. Somebody emailed in that their wife, he loves the Beastie Boys, and he said his wife says she feels like she's getting yelled at the whole ride. And I was like, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling.
You want to know somebody who's always a passenger princess?
Who's that?
Somebody who's blind
Yeah,
because they cannot drive.
that's right.
And there's a story out of Raleigh, which is in North Carolina, I believe, these days. Headline, blind Raleigh woman receives apology from Uber after drop-off at wrong location.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of trust when it comes to being a blind person and your rideshare driver.
I give you a destination. Please get me there.
I would assume someone with any kind of heart would drop a blind person off in the right spot.
Tell me this was an accident and it wasn't a, yep, that's your hotel.
Kinda.
Kind of what? Like it was a, yep, that's it. See
Yep.
you later.
Yep.
Oh, no. Knowing that it wasn't?
A woman from North Carolina, her attorney, and her family demanded a public apology this week from Uber after the woman, who's blind, was dropped off at the wrong location and abandoned by the driver. So this happened back in May. A woman named Camille Richardson was trying to go to a Verizon store in Raleigh to get a new phone. Instead, she was left in an apartment complex more than a mile away from where she was supposed to be. Camille said she told the Uber driver, I don't think I'm in the right place. And then he just took off.
Huh.
She said he told her, I got to pick somebody up from the airport, and just left her.
Wow. I've never thought about this for the
That's
blind.
wild.
That's crazy.
And she wants to make sure that, that an Uber driver can't strand another person, just like she was, and asking that, Uber do something about this. Her lawyer said she reached out to Uber over the last couple months, but has not received a response. On Tuesday, Uber did release a statement. They said, we apologize to Ms. Richardson. Sorry for the stressful experience. We have investigated the issue, which appears to have been the result of a map error that directed the driver to an incorrect drop-off location, and have addressed the map issue. And they said, our goal is to create a platform that supports people's ability to easily move around their communities, and we're committed to building features and working with experts to make the Uber platform more accessible. So during the news conference, this Camille woman said she questioned the driver on more than one occasion if he was sure that this was in fact a Verizon, and he reassured her multiple times, yeah, we're at Verizon. He guided her to a random apartment door, knocked on it, and took off.
What a douchebag.
Wow.
Dude, you need a little bit
Isn't
more
this
than
criminal?
an apology.
Is that criminal?
It's not criminal, but it's just douchebaggery is what it is. Like, what a total
What an
turd.
a-hole.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm fascinated by the blind. I just think they're all incredible. Like, I really
I'm more
do.
fascinated with somebody who could do this to a blind person.
Well, that is also
You
fascinating.
have to be a soulless human being.
For sure.
And she said, well, she's been blind since birth. And she said she's always felt independent despite her blindness. And this was the first time in her life. And this is so sad. She felt so helpless. She had no idea where she
That's
was.
terrible.
Dang.
And she was going to Verizon to get a new phone.
So her phone's all out of commission probably or messed up. And that's probably very confusing as well.
So here she is. I got audio of her talking about it.
I say, this is not the right place. And he says, well, I have somebody I got to pick up at the airport. And he takes off and runs away. I would talk to them about how to communicate with someone with a disability. How do you navigate with them, listening to them about what assistance they need, really hearing their voices.
Horrible.
Yeah.
What an a-hole. So I don't know what Uber's going to do, how they're going to make it right with her, but it's out there.
I wonder if there could be like a, I don't know, maybe there already is, like a subsect of Uber for people with special needs like that. Like, I mean,
I'm sure they listen. There's features that I don't know about because
Right.
I'm not a disabled person. I'm sure they try to accommodate, or at least they've tried to accommodate people with disabilities on the rideshare apps, whether it be Uber, whether it be Lyft. But
Or public
yeah, this was an
transportation.
unfortunate situation for this woman.
for sure.
Another video making the rounds this week. Anybody see the video of the woman with the bag of Funyuns?
No, but go on. What's up with her?
Well, so a woman blew up on social media this week after opening a bag of Funyuns, and there was only a single Funyun in there.
Makes sense. These bags are out of control, dude. There's so much air in them.
So much air. So she bought one of those like variety packs where it comes with like Doritos
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know the big box with
all
little
the good
small little
stuff.
bags.
All right.
And she opened it up, and there was one Funyun in it.
Yeah, factory error.
Somebody said she got a Oneyun.
A one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, here she is.
Someone from Frito-Lay, you need to be fired. I bought this yesterday from Walmart. This is closed. Who's trying to be funny? That's not right.
Yeah,
It is a Funyun.
That is pretty
it's a
fun.
Oneyun.
Oh, man. Speaking of Frito, I've been on a Frito kick. When's the last time you had some Fritos? Be real.
I love Fritos.
I do too, but you don't think of them, right? You go to Pringles or you go to Dorito. There's so many great chips.
I will go to Fritos.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was
I
at a pool
love
party
Fritos.
last weekend and there was taco dip and there were Fritos with them.
I'll even eat them plain.
Me too. The scoop, please.
Scoops are great.
Ugh.
I love the scoops.
Bought some
We
yesterday.
gotta stop talking about chips.
Okay.
All right, well, you know what?
I had a full conversation yesterday because I've been like really reining it in, dudes. And for like the last 2 weeks, I've had 0 chips, and
I'm so proud of you.
I am too, man.
You've actually declined a lot of delicious things this week.
pretty
Well,
crazy,
good luck
right?
today, guys.
Well, last night my wife was encouraging me, and she said a few other things, and I said, "Man, you know what? I miss chips. I miss."
Well,
chips."
today is-
And she goes, "Yeah, I don't think you realized how much you were eating." And she's like, "The worst one is tortilla. Like that's your thing, huh?" And I was like, "Dude, I think a
Don't
chip
say tortilla.
might be my favorite thing now that it's
love
out."
chips.
What'd you
So
say?
I
convenient.
love chips.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Dude, chips. I hope someday somebody makes something calorie-free chip or something that I can get back on because I'm really having a difficult time.
Ooh, kale chips. Try that.
My heart goes out to you.
Dude,
This is the second Friday in July, right?
Yeah.
Second Friday in July, which is always National Friday.
What?
It's National French Friday. National Friday.
Oh,
Go on. Which is the best kind of fry?
And I will say, you're already disagreeing?
What's going on over there?
I just know where this is headed. This always turns into a fight.
Well, this was
Where
last
is this
year.
headed?
This is the
We're going to
annual
start fighting
event.
about the potato hierarchy, and then I'm going to get heated. I'm not letting that happen to me today.
I'm going to give Moon some props here. I picked up the girl from cheerleading. This is a couple weeks ago. I think I even mentioned this off the air. She goes, Dad, I'm starving. Can you take me something to eat?
Yeah.
I go, okay. Where do you want to go? Can you take me to Raising Cane's? I went, oh, God.
My girl.
I'm like, come on.
Crinkle cut
That
fry.
place sucks. And she goes, Dad, I really want Raising Cane's. I said, okay, princess.
Sweet.
Whatever my little girl wants. So we're in the valley. We drive up to the Raising Cane's. The line is ridiculously long.
Right on.
I said, we're not going to Raising Cane's.
Okay.
The way.
The old red herring.
We are not going to Raising Cane's. The line was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And dads don't stand for long lines anymore.
No, we're getting a little something to eat.
Well, it's hard for them in there, because they got to figure out how to get all the variety of chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You guys.
The line was like wrapped around the building. It was crazy.
Big
and
menus.
down there in the valley, there's just one fast food joint next to another.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know who had no line?
Who?
Lion's Choice.
Okay.
And I said, let's go get fries at Lion's Choice. And if you want a sandwich, go ahead. Went to Lion's Choice, 2 fries, 1 sandwich, boom, in, out. And we're driving, and I watch her reach for her first fry. And she turns to me and she goes, Dad, good call.
Wow.
These fries
Wowie wow.
Perfectly
are
seasoned.
expletive, amazing.
Whoa.
Dang.
She said the F word?
Best
She
fries
said
there, man.
the F word.
And you put the seasoning on it too, man.
We had no seasoning.
Yeah, a little
We
seasoning.
had no
Steak.
seasoning.
Wow.
Shake her up, dude.
We had no seasoning, no dip or whatever, no ketchup, straight hot fries.
So good.
And I go, I think these are the ones.
These are the best fry?
They can't be beat. As far as most consistent,
Unseasoned?
here's the thing. As far as one-off, whatever. We're not talking about one-off. We're talking about, hey, I want fries, any given time, any given day, throughout the year, blah, 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 blah. What's the one that's consistently never, ever going to give you trouble and never going to make you sick of it?
McDonald's.
No, these are better.
No, these are actually.
Lion's
were
Choice
better.
fries are better. They're just better overall.
I'll give you this. Better quality. Girthier than the McDonald's fry. But otherwise, I find them ordinary.
No, these were. I don't. Maybe they
Taste-wise.
hit. Maybe they hit right at that right moment for both of us. But
They hit
at
right
that
every time, pretty
at
much.
that time. I mean,
They're amazing.
I parked.
And now they got the
I
trash.
parked the car.
Did I tell you about the trash? You didn't get the trash fries, huh? They just launched a new thing.
I don't like.
No trashed wings.
Unless
no
it's
trash
poutine.
fries.
It's not poutine.
I don't like
They-
trash.
they do it-
fries. Scott Rizzuto doesn't like trash fries.
They do it where they toss it in the Chipotle ranch, and then
And it gets
now
soggy.
they have Italian
You
beef
need to eat
fries
them immediately.
and chili cheese fries.
Oh,
You need to
wow.
eat those immediately. Okay. I understand the appeal to some people.
I only like a chili-
That's not a car fry.
Like a cheese fry when I'm really sad. Like, remember Steak and Shake's cheese fries?
Yeah. Or White Castle has okay cheese
Like
fries.
a guy-
You're talking about just a
right.
a
I
slop.
forgot about those.
It's a bunch of slop.
Guys
Just
would
give
break
me
up with me, and I would go to Steak and Shake that was by the South County Mall at like midnight, and I would just drown my sorrows in a big old plate of fries. Cheese
Just give
fries.
me the cheese on the side. Let me dip myself.
I understand that as well.
He's healthy.
But the website, the food website Delish, and this is updated 2024, they have ranked from 12 to number 1 all the fast food French fries, and these are national brands
Here we
still.
go.
So no regionals like
Lion's
Yeah.
Choice.
like Lion's Choice. And who? Rafe, I'm going to see if you guys can get this.
I think it's
12 to 1.
typical ones.
Let's ruin your
From
day.
12 to 1, the ranking of fast food French fries on today being the second Friday in July, National Friday. Go ahead, throw some out there.
McDonald's.
No, not number 1.
Good.
Yay.
McDonald's is number 2.
Okay.
You know,
Still too high.
I'll say this: I used to really crash. Again, this is the worst time in the month for me to be talking about this. I am down 5 pounds though. I used to crash hard on Burger King fries because they were such garbage.
They're good now.
But yeah, dude. Somebody told me that they redid them,
They
and
did.
I did give it a check out. And I'll tell you what, maybe not the greatest, but far better than they were.
Well,
in the
as
past.
far as the top 12 goes, they are number 7,
Oh, dang.
which is a pretty good showing, I think.
I think In-N-Out's got to be.
That's regional.
In-N-Out's number. No, they counted
They're
In-N-Out.
national now.
then
they're
that's
across
gotta be
They're number
What?
12.
12.
And
wow.
this is from
Erroneous.
Delish. And Delish is a pretty reputable food website.
Show me Wendy's.
Wendy's
Yeah.
number 6.
Wendy's,
Wendy's is
also
good.
used to be a total trash. They fixed it.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah, they fixed it somehow.
How about Rally's Checkers?
Rallies is number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, those fries rip.
Finally.
Here's the problem with Rally's, and
Nothing.
I'll admit this. No, they are really excellent fries,
They're almost dessert.
but you can't have them a lot.
Well, and this is what they
that's where
say.
it fails to be a number one in my
There
list.
was a
that's
big
what makes
write
it
up
great
about
to me.
there's a big write up about Rally's fries. It said the fries at this chain are beer battered, seasoned in a savory, salty spice blend. They're so crispy, so flavorful, so satisfying. There's a reason they bag their fries and sell them in the supermarket freezer aisle. They're that good.
I didn't know they had them frozen.
They
Oh
do.
yeah, oh they do.
You guys, are you guys
Actually
with
happy
me?
to hear that. That was going to be my argument. I feel like this is the pushback I get all the time. Is I'm like, I know that Rallies and Checkers are like trash. It's trash.
Yeah.
No offense. Anything that's got a double drive-through
Go
is
off,
probably
Queen.
trash.
I've never had.
They got 2 drive-throughs, so that just tells you, hey,
Hey.
we don't even want you in here.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying, like, it's not a sit-down. You just want to take the family to the sit-down restaurant.
Oh.
It's like a stinky. There's usually people yelling. They're throwing stuff out both windows, but I love it.
Yeah, I don't feel like you go to Rallies when you're happy.
What?
Sadness.
It's sadness.
No, it's
No,
just
it's a reward.
It's just just get me food. I gotta go.
There's only a just whatever.
think
I
It's
gotta
also
do
just
something.
like I need 10 pounds of beef for $5, and they're gonna have. There's always a special at Rallies. There's gonna be some kind of 8 big Bufords for 4 cents or something going on, and I'm like, yeah, give me that.
And they
Yeah.
always look older than they are. You know,
Yeah.
like they look like
But they taste phenomenal.
I get it. But
And if you have a big Buford, I mean, you're going to hit, and you have a home run rally, you got to have a big Buford. You're going to hit tons of home runs.
I'm sorry.
true.
Is something on the menu actually called a Buford?
Yes.
Oh, that's
That's
their
hilarious.
bird.
This is
The big
burger
Buford.
is called
No,
the
I've
Big
never had
So
Rallies.
naughty.
I've had their fries, but they are
You got to get a big Buf.
Yeah.
according to the website
the Buf.
Delish. Rallies takes the number 1 spot for best fast food French fries.
I agree.
Congratulations.
Yep, I agree on
Their
that
time
one.
has come.
then they're not counting longevity. They don't care. They don't care about longevity.
What do you mean?
You can't have those fries very much. You
How
just
can
Isn't
you get
that a
fries?
bonus when you're like,
No,
you shouldn't want to
Who's taking their time?
fries every day.
I don't know, man. I don't. I
I think
disagree.
you get sick of any fried daily.
First of all, Arby's should not even be.
Arby's number 8 on the
Arby's
list.
shouldn't exist.
They make it from
First of all,
powder,
it's
though.
just such a piece of crap place. But their fries on any given day, if you have just a few, you go, hey, that's
Here's
pretty
what
good.
here's what Delish
You have
writes about
50 and you
Arby's.
go, what am I doing? I hate this.
Delish writes something about the frying technique and the seasoning blend leaves an unpleasant, unpalatable film on your tongue.
There you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was that?
Arby's.
Okay,
That's the grease.
Rallies is similar, but just higher quality and better.
Raising Cane's
But
was
the-
number 3.
Rallies does this though. Before we move to Raising Cane's, because I got a problem with crinkle cut, but
He would.
it is like crispy and seasoned on the outside and always soft in the middle, and they're just thick enough that it's almost like eating. You're almost getting a sweet and it's almost like eating a savory donut, which doesn't make sense, but it's like they're that pleasing to the palate.
What is?
Rallies
fries?
Oh,
they're
oh,
fresh. They're like they're super crispy and like on the outside and soft on the inside, which to me is the ultimate test of a fry.
Like pillowy on the inside. So assume all these fries that you're eating are coming right out of the fry.
Are these all the same shape? Like, are any of these wedge that we've talked about so far?
No,
Not yet.
No, well, the curly fry is Arby's. The crinkle is Raising Cane's. Rallies, McDonald's are kind of the same shape. Chick-fil-A is number 4 with their waffle fry.
which is a superior fry.
Rafe Williams, as a former poor kid, and I had this in my house too, in
Yeah.
a lower middle class.
But you're
The
going
Ora
to
Ida
go ahead.
frozen crinkle cut fry was the staple of
Correct.
single mom's house.
Correct.
So I don't know why you're against the crinkle cut fry.
I am not against crinkle cut fry. You actually just made my argument for me.
Okay.
No restaurant can do the crinkle cut fry as well as I can do it at home on a baking sheet from like in a trailer park. Like they're better at home than they're just not good in a restaurant. Those are at home fries.
Del Taco has great crinkle.
They don't.
Sometimes
They have okay and I'm not even being anti-Canes. I just think I would rather make Ore-Ida crinkle cut fries at home than go out and pay for them at any restaurant because they're better at home. There's something about that fry design it needs to be laid out on a pan and baked in the oven.
425, baked at 425.
And you gotta wait, and then you burn your little fingers trying to get them off the pan as fast as you can.
they have to be perfect, and that's why I respect at least the attempt. Because they're a harder fry to master.
Well, and also the ketchup
it's a
stays
six-string
on it
base.
better than the other kind of fry, like this.
Give me a shoestring.
The frites.
Get the hell out of here.
It's like playing bass.
Fries.
It's a 5 or 6 string bass. You know, you think it's easier, and maybe it is easier to pick up, but much harder to master. Much harder to master.
Okay. Five Guys was number 5.
Penn Station's got to be up there.
No, Penn Station did not make the top.
Penn Station is underrated.
Did anyone land a wedge in the top 10?
Nope.
Wedge is out, dude.
Wedgies aren't
Wedges
cool.
are out, and I like them.
I like KFC was the last holdout, I believe.
It's a fine line.
Lee's Chicken's got a good potato wedge. I'm a big Lee's aficionado around here.
You know what? Sometimes the potato wedge will dry you out. You know, you bite into it, you don't get enough sauce on it. I don't either.
Oh, I think it.
They say about Five Guys, these fries are certainly not lacking in flavor, but usually we find Five Guys fries a bit too much, a little too salty, tad more greasy than we prefer.
I love a soggy, greasy
But
fry.
they're okay with rallies being number 1?
They love rallies. Number 9 is Taco Bell.
Get
the hell out. Yeah, go F yourself, man.
This ain't even.
That's not right.
Man, I think you got
Don't
some
mock
old
fries.
school-
Nacho fries.
Their fries, which I've had, are pretty decent, and they're such a hit that it's almost like the McRib from McDonald's. Every time the fries come back, it's a thing.
But isn't it like a chicken fry?
Taco Bell.
Oh, come on. Now we're talking novelties?
Novelty
Oh,
fries.
you're idiots. Now
That's
you're
what
just
I'm saying.
Hardee's.
now you're pandering. Now there are lobbyists behind this.
Hardee's
list.
was number 10. Which their fries are okay.
Yeah.
Curly?
Okay.
Hardee's.
Regular or curly?
Regular.
Hardee's fries
Natural
are
cut.
unmentioned. No one talks about Hardee's fries.
They're not terrible,
In fact,
though.
they're not even.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
we're
their
not talking-
curly fries more popular than their regular
This is
fries.
They got
not-
the natural cuts now.
But no, this is top 10.
okay.
This is not a not terrible list. No one in my entire life has ever mentioned Hardee's fries being
I'm just
exceptional.
telling you what they said. And number 11 was Shake Shack,
Okay.
which are another crinkle cut. And they write they're super crispy, they're well seasoned, but there's one factor that completely and utterly ruins them all: the oil. And I have to agree with this. We're not sure if it's the soybean oil itself that they use in the fryers or their cooking technique, but every single batch of Shake Shack fries tastes like rancid cooking grease.
That's right.
So, listen, we got to take a break. Is our guest here?
Yep.
All right, our guest is here. David Koechner is going to join us after the break. But first, all right, that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Hit up happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6 for $4 pizza, burgers, or wings at Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Bethalto, Illinois. Rick Carr is our team. Rizz, remember the day?
Somebody screaming at me saying, "Go eat your mangoes and stay out of these conversations." Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know how many French fries I've had? Get out of my face, Ryan!
Rick is a day one RizzShow and Point listener, has continued to convert many new
fry
listeners.
withdrawal, dude.
I am, dude. This is not the week
RizzShow
to
fans over the years.
upset me.
Let me talk about Rick, please.
I'm sorry.
God, calm down.
I'm sorry.
Rick says he misses Jeff every day. We got David Koechner and
I've got a Lion's Choice tattoo. Get out of the chat.
David Koechner's in the kitchen drinking coffee. Miss Jeff every day, but loves the additions of both Lern and Rafe on the show and the overall banter shared every morning. Ladies and gentlemen, David Koechner in studio.
Welcome back. I love that shirt. And the
Rick
open
Carr
road.
hey, how are you, sir?
You look so gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Are we recording?
No, we're on. We're on. We're live.
Can we get that clip separate, please?
Yes.
Hey, you know what?
Hold on. If you don't mind my saying, young lady.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been called that.
Gorgeous?
You look gorgeous. It sounded so authentic. That was an honest statement.
You are a very handsome man.
You're lying. She's only talking about my shirt.
No, I'm talking about your rings
dude.
and your shirt and your hat and your face.
You got a whole thing going
You rock
on.
the
If we
open
was-
road.
If we were on stage, I'd say, well, you think that's pretty.
Todd
This is
Packer,
all-
don't you do that.
This is a whole thing.
Let me show you my toes. So we finish. Because that's, someone
Actually,
else-
can we take a picture of your foot later? Because
No.
we do want to do a celebrity OnlyFans. Okay.
Nope. You know what Cameo is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done those, of course. And you got to monetize it. If I told people you have this apprehension to do it initially because well, why not trade on your own stuff? But the weirdest thing I've ever gotten was someone asking me for a picture of my feet.
Oh.
And did you oblige?
Of course not.
Oh, why?
Yeah,
I'm not going to participate.
No matter how much
he
I
said no.
ask.
I asked 3 times.
No, it's not worth it. I wouldn't do it for 10,000.
I don't mean to compare, but when Marlon Wayans stopped by last year, he gave us a photo of his feet. So I'm just saying, it has
He
been done.
gave it to you?
Yeah, I have it on my phone. I'm the only person that has
he
it.
brought it in?
He brought his foot in, and then he took his shoe
He
off.
brought both
No,
feet in.
you said he gave us a picture of his feet, just so you know I'm a listener.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not, don't apologize.
She
I
should have
took a
said,
photo.
It's a
blessed
much
us with a photo
Is it
of
not
his
a much different story if he came in with a picture of his
is,
feet?
you're right.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
gave
That's
it
his
to
new
you?
headshot.
That would be a
As
little
opposed
strange.
to, hey,
You're right.
So how did it come up that did he say when he left, do you want to, before I go, want a picture of my feet?
No, I said, can I take a photo of your, just like I asked you.
You're the fetishist. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
Trying to make millions.
Good morning.
We're trying to start an OnlyFans thing where we're just doing celebrity feet.
What happened to FES sites?
What is that?
Oh, we should probably not talk about it.
Oh, yeah. It was like fan sites that started with like F yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
F yeah, Rizzuto Show or something.
Really?
Something like
never
that.
heard of this.
But then they quickly, this is still when they had websites.
Yeah.
So then it devolved into what humans naturally gravitate toward when they don't have good moral capital.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The internet.
Yes.
The internet.
The internet, I'll put this out there. Oh, that's forever.
Listen, there was a woman who was farting on cakes, and that was a very popular website
On
for a long
cakes.
time.
Yeah, cake farter.
Not to be confused with the woman who farted in jars and had a heart attack.
Oh, she
Whoa,
did?
hard
You've not
She had
heard
a
this
heart
one?
attack?
We didn't
That
get the
was
follow
national
up.
news.
Whoa. I
It
knew
was me in a wig, but I mean,
it was you in a wig. Had to kill that character off. Yep.
Nice.
that's the true story. We'll look it up later. I've got a young man on a computer over there.
Look it up. No, there was a woman, and I don't know
That's
if
a person in there, right?
I don't know if the website
Yes.
is still active, but
Yes.
there was cakefarts.com where a woman
Oh,
would-
it's active.
Fart on,
I've heard.
fart on a full cake?
a full cake. So
And
she'd go to like Costco, buy a sheet cake, or maybe bake one herself, and just put her tuchus on the cake and blast away.
And
On
then,
cake,
then
angel
sell
food.
it.
Yeah.
I have good news.
Yes.
She did not pass away, but she was hospitalized. And thought that she had a stroke.
But she had retired, though. A woman who sold farts in a jar retires after being hospitalized.
That's sad.
Workaholic.
How much does it say how much she had made?
Let's see. She grossed nearly $254,000 selling her farts in jars.
I hate to tell you, folks, that's not retirement money.
No.
No, but it's
Pretty good, though.
That's a new car.
It's a new car. It's a down payment on a house.
What's the worst? I can't say the SHIT word.
No.
Cannot say
No.
that.
We're in terrestrial radio land.
Because that's what I would sell. In a jar.
In a jar?
On a
Yeah,
jar.
because
Are
you
you
don't
pretty
need
regular then?
Of course.
Okay, good.
you
Lots
don't-
of fiber.
This man eats a lot of fiber.
We were talking
you can
about doing that in Pringles can yesterday.
Pringles can?
That'd be a good delivery system for that kind of business.
But I think people like to see it. But I mean, I understand
Oh,
you're
you're
right.
right.
But
Anyway.
I mean, I'm not that.
I didn't
regular.
think about display.
Tupperware.
Yes. Yeah. Well, come here. Come in the front room. Come. See that
yeah.
metal?
Yes.
See, my dad's ashes are in the middle.
Okay.
Guess what's on the right? You see that brown jar?
Yeah.
Right next to the
Is that your
right next to the
turd?
folded up flag.
Yeah.
Next to the flag where my grandfather
Yeah, there
My
you go.
grandfather served in
died in
World War
Iwo
II.
Jima. He was one of
Yeah.
the guys that. No, mine's got to be centered then. In this area. The flag on the right is my grandfather who died at Iwo Jima.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad's ashes are over there. He and I didn't get along. And then this is not me talking. This is a potential customer.
Yes.
But in the middle, you know the guy. Then they say my name like I don't know who that is. You know the guy from Anchor, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's his fecal
turd.
matter.
I'll take it for 200,000.
What a conversation piece, huh?
Let's start off there.
Okay.
Yes. Now you put your dad's ashes in that. That's a real story.
Yeah.
What was your dad's dream? He wanted to be mixed with the fecal matter
Yeah.
of a certain celebrity and then have it sit in your house forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to be turned into compost when I die, Dave, and
That's a good
so
idea.
I will need fertilizer probably for the garden that I go in. So I would love David Koechner.
I don't know
fertilizer.
exactly what you're going to walk away with from me, but it's going to be something.
No, she has signed up for
Earth Funeral.
It's called Earth Funeral.
Yeah.
Where they'll compost her.
Do they just throw you in a pit?
No, you're in a pod and you decompose with like microbes eating you. No, formaldehyde or anything like that. And then after it's heated. And then after so many days, you're gone. And then you are given back to your loved ones as compost.
So they can
Not
mulch
ashes.
the garden.
Not ashes.
Is it cheaper than cremation?
It's about the same from what I've read.
What about the bones? That takes a minute.
Yeah, they just get eaten, you know? I mean, that just happens.
So you're being delivered as a big box then, not
Yeah, you can plant a nice little raised garden bed with it.
But it doesn't become compost in a week.
Well, it's heated up a little bit, so the bones do decompose at a rapid
They
rate.
do?
Yeah,
What's the price?
it's like 10 grand.
Oh, then why would I do it?
Oh,
You're rich.
No, I'm not. I have 5 kids. Do you know there's an Elvis clown here?
Oh, this is awkward.
what do you mean?
I'm sorry to interrupt the show, guys. I came in to promote David Koechner at the Funny Bone tonight.
It's not
but
awkward.
I guess I could have stayed in bed.
Hi.
How are you?
Better now.
Good.
But the
Wake
thing
up.
is, you have visuals. Yeah, you guys, right?
Yeah.
You don't? The camera's on?
Yeah.
Camera's
Sure.
on.
Are we on camera?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know I was going to be on camera. Boy, I would have dressed up.
Did you know David Koechner was going to be here today?
I was going to come give his show a boost. I didn't know he was going to actually be here, though.
Well, now you're not? You said you were going to. Did you change your mind?
No, ladies and gentlemen, David Koechner at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow.
Is that Friday and Saturday? It is, right?
I think so.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow.
What's your name?
I'm Clownvis.
Are you a regular on the show? And
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I like
I don't
to-
get the show out in Los Angeles.
I like to stop in whenever I can. These
He
are
stops by.
my buddies,
Okay.
yeah.
The king of the clowns,
Okay.
Clownvis Presley.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that shirt.
Is Clownless Presley, what is it?
Yeah, you got it.
Clownvis.
Clownvis.
Yeah, Clownvis Presley.
Clownvis.
Clownvis.
Thrown off of
Yeah,
ATT.
yeah. So it's Latin.
It's Latin, yes.
Clownvis Presley. Okay.
Yes. And I see we share similar style. I love you always got kind of that rockabilly flair, a little Western flair to
Gorgeous.
your style.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I do.
Well,
You
he's a
do-
Missouri guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why? Okay, that explains the
Tipton.
style. All right.
The weird thing is I rejected that whole notion growing up, but
Yeah,
then as
same.
life catches up to you, you're like, no. This is who you are.
Yeah.
You can't run from
You
it.
can't run from being from Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'm going to fucking step that up a bit. Hold on a second. Here we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what are those?
Yeah, I saw
boots?
those. I clocked those boots.
Here,
All
can I
right.
take a picture of your.
When
I'm
she was
just gonna-
complimenting your attire, I was mad no one mentioned the boots.
Look at that. How many armadillos had to die for those bad boys?
It's a ringtail alligator, sir.
Woo!
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
That's illegal. You can't wear those around
Yes, you
here.
can.
You know what's cool about that? And I make this argument a lot. I'm aging into my cowboy phase. I'm also from a small town around here. You're an aging white man.
Yep.
There's only 2 ways to go to stay cool. You either gotta get the quarter zip from Macy's and just cash in your life.
Okay.
Give up, start wearing crew necks everywhere you go,
Right.
or you go biker, you go leathers.
Wow.
But you gotta live the life.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you age into you're like a cowboy.
Two ways.
And
Yeah,
you start
yeah.
wearing. Look, I bought 2 pieces of turquoise jewelry this year. I get it, brother. I get it.
Captain Planet. Can I take
It's
a
a
picture of your
cool
beautiful
style,
rings?
man.
This one is a
Koechner's crushing
We're
it.
not getting pictures of his feet, but we are getting
That's
pictures of
a
his hands.
cremation.
Guys, David Koechner, you have the best style. I mean it genuinely.
Wait a
It's
second.
amazing.
This is recorded, correct?
Yes.
So we
this
were
is
talking
live
about
on the radio.
we were talking about cremation and all this stuff, and he just said that's
That's
a
a
cremation
cremation
ring.
ring.
What do you mean?
Who is cremated with this?
My bud Craig Lee Davis, CLD.
No
right
way.
Is that a guitar?
That's beautiful.
Here. I'll pass this around. This is a gorgeous piece.
Whoa, let me see
The
that.
ashes are in a small little divot under this blue stone. Craig was a guitar player and passed away 2 years ago, and so I had his brother give me some of his ashes. And then my son was working with this particular tutor whose husband did bench metal. That's a ring maker. And I gave that, and he came up with it. He goes, well, tell me about him. I said, he was a guitar player. He sketches out that ring, and I was just blown away. I said,
That's a badass
just
looking
do-
ring.
Look at
do
the
your
ring
thing.
size on this man. Look at the
that's
fingers.
15.
Man fingers.
You got little smokies too.
Well, that's the
cool.
same exact size as me.
Whoa.
And that's not a compliment, Clownvis.
That's a different kind
What
of
am I
ring.
saying? Clownvis already knows.
Yeah, it's one of
We
those
pretend not to know each other.
things. No,
Clownvis is
from
the best, by the way.
from the industry.
Clownvis
is
has
very
a
talented,
bed
man.
and breakfast that I stayed at last night. It's a one-bedroom.
Cool.
I should say it's a studio apartment. Twin bed.
It's got some weight to it,
Right?
too, man.
Yeah,
You know
Nice.
what you're doing there.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
nice.
nice?
that's
Beautiful.
cool.
Sweet.
The tail on this thing is crazy.
What,
Anyway,
what does it say on the inside?
it says his name. I will give this to my friend. He forgot. He was supposed to stamp in the. He'll do it. You can stamp it in.
Right,
Easy.
right.
Stamp in the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Life and death there.
Can we talk about, let's plug your Funny Bone gigs. Tonight and tomorrow.
Finally, that's what I came here for.
I know.
I thought
7:30,
Clownvis-
9:30.
What is it?
7:30, 9:30.
Both nights?
No, 7 and 9:30 tomorrow.
On Saturday.
Tonight, 7:30, 9:30. Tomorrow, 7 and 9:30.
Yes. And
Don't
one more
forget
thing.
that 5:30 show.
In the afternoon, there's a matinee show. Office trivia with the real Todd Packer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you're fully in character?
Sweet.
I am. If I'll just tell you the truth. Open up my suitcase last night because the first thing I do when I get to a hotel, put everything away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Otherwise, you let it sit. I forgot my suit,
Oh, man.
which I have hanging in. I just had pressed, hanging in my closet, and I'm doing my accounting, looking at my
Go
thing.
to Men's Warehouse.
Okay, and what?
And go with Clownvis. He'll buy you a suit. You got some
You can,
shoes.
you can borrow my jacket if it would work. I don't know if
That's
it's
not
quite
Todd
the
Packer,
same.
sir.
Yeah. There wasn't an episode where he wore something like this?
That's Disco Packer right there.
I know, but warehouse takes 2 days.
You can't buy something off the rack?
Yeah, I can actually.
All right.
But the pants always have to be hemmed. All right, I'll
Go to
go.
There's a
Nordstrom. He'll do it.
Nordstrom rack not too far from here.
To be a honest person, I mean, remember the Men's Warehouse used to say 3 suits?
Yeah.
That's not anymore. So you get one, you're like, I thought he was going to get 3 for this price.
Nah, it's one. Suits are expensive. So the Todd Packer trivia. So you're out there just answering.
Is it 4 o'clock? 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
No, we do a trivia show. Todd Packer comes out and it's hosted with my regular opener, my feature act, Rob Mayer, very funny. Rob and I do our shows together, and then we do this trivia show together. He asks all the questions. I do a bunch of Packer isms and Packer stuff, and then I tell him office stories behind the scenes, tell stories of my career. So it's a hybrid stand-up trivia show. I will say this. It is the best trivia show in the country.
Nice.
Bar none.
So are you good at office trivia?
I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I have not lied to you yet, as far as I know.
No. Well, Lern's got some questions.
I do. I have,
Let's
I
see
have
how good
5
you do.
questions. And these are all Todd Packer.
These are all
not a
Todd
fan
Packer questions.
Of the office. Lauren.
It's Lern.
Lern.
Learn.
Lern.
Like
It's a
as,
nickname.
like as in you will.
You will learn.
Okay.
You're going to learn today. Ready?
Here we go. So Todd Packer trivia asking Todd Packer.
And these are
Todd
real.
Packer trivia.
Yeah, you're going to know these.
Specifically Todd Packer.
All right. Number 1. Who did Todd Packer say he was brothers with when they met twins?
No idea.
And then Todd Packer went to bang both twins at the hotel room. Who
Of
did he
course.
say that to?
No idea.
Michael Scott.
No. I thought you were saying he was friends with. Oh, I thought that.
Friends.
Like he
Michael-
claimed.
yeah.
I knew it was Michael Scott. I thought that Packer said he was someone else's brother.
Yeah, Todd Packer and Michael Scott went to a hotel and they
said
met
they
twins.
were brothers, met twins. Let's do it. And then Steve tells the story and goes, Packer did them both that
That's
night.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Point.
Now, can I tell you that was inspired by a true story?
Was it?
From someone, not from me.
Was it Greg Daniels?
Greg Daniels. He is he
Twin
gets-
banger.
Yeah.
Notorious.
No,
Yeah.
he's a wonderful husband, and he's got a lovely wife.
All right. Number 2. Who was Jim Halpert's love interest that Todd Packer said scared him straight?
Yes, Rashida Jones is a character.
Karen Fitzpatrick.
Nice.
That's correct. Point.
Nice.
And this is for
Either this
these are
chick's
for
a
Limp Bizkit
dude-
tickets, by the way.
Either this chick's a dude or Halper got scared straight.
That's right.
Shut it.
Hey,
Shut it. Shut it. Yes.
if you get all these right, you get tickets to go see Limp Bizkit next Thursday.
You have to come back, but
I believe I'm in Alabama next Thursday.
You got to come back.
Did we mention Corey Feldman is opening
Corey
the show?
Feldman's opening.
Opening.
That might bring you back to town.
That is one heck of a show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is Clownvis going to be there?
I'm going to be there, baby.
Are you
I'll-
really?
Just watching, yeah, but I'll be
Oh,
there.
if you're not, do you sing?
Of course I do.
oh my God, he sings like an angel. You like Roy Orbison?
Yeah.
Or
You're going to
Elvis.
love this person.
Thank you.
Well, do you?
Roy
You
Orbison.
sing like Roy Orbison, but I would expect more Elvis.
He sings like Elvis. I don't know why you said Roy Orbison. He sings like Elvis.
Steely Dan?
She's the first to realize I'm actually a Roy Orbison clown.
Was it Feldman or was it the two guys? Gosh darn it.
Clownvis was on
AGT.
AGT, America's Got Talent,
You were? Okay.
and was thrown off.
It was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
Right.
I got into a fight with Howie Mandel and Sharon Osbourne. Verbal.
Yeah.
On TV.
That was, you knew you were going to do that.
I wasn't fighting back. They were just telling me to F off. I didn't do anything.
But did you go out there to fight?
No, I went out there to sing a song, and then they just started.
Before you got to begin?
I said, "Old MacDonald had a farm," and they started crucifying me on primetime
Why'd
television.
you choose that? song?
Because they wouldn't let me do an Elvis song. They hooked me in.
Money. That's money.
They hooked me in, and they had me do a private audition, and I did Viva Las Vegas, and had some gimmicks planned, and then they said, "We love it. We want you in, but you can't do Elvis, and you can't do any original songs."
No originals.
Nope. I gave them 2 originals. They said nope. So that's when I was like, all right, how about Old MacDonald Had a Farm? Can we clear that one?
Public domain.
They got me on the
public
TV.
domain.
Yeah.
They sabotage you, man. They sabotage you.
Okay, but now they do other songs, right? Was that
They do,
back-
and I've seen them do Elvis since, So it could have been sabotage all around. I don't know.
Well, they weren't going to spend. You guys spending the money. It's going to be a $10,000 bid to get that thing. So they weren't. So they knew how they were going to use.
They
you.
knew it would probably get cut off. Yeah.
What are the 2 names of the guys from Steely Dan?
Dan and
That's
Steely.
Dan Fagan and
Fagan and-
Donald Fagan.
Donald Fagan and Dan. This is Dan Fogelberg.
Yes, I don't know, but anyway, they were roommates with Chevy Chase in
Yes.
college.
Yeah.
You knew that
He
story.
was
Really?
almost in Steely Dan.
Yeah.
Dang.
He was in college, right?
Yes.
He
well,
played with them.
And then apparently
before it was Steely Dan.
There's that kid. I don't know what his name is. Sorry, kid, but he does these really weird connections on Instagram. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, I think
you know
so.
what I'm talking about? He does beautiful.
Yeah,
weird
it's a cool
connections.
page. He does. That's
Yeah.
a cool. I wish I knew his name. I'd plug it.
Oh, it's
Nice
Walter
kid.
Becker and Donald Fagan.
Walt Becker, thank you, sir.
I was kind of close.
What?
Yeah.
Dan Fogelberg.
You're the host of the
Dan
show.
Fogel-
Dan,
Dan
Walter,
Fogelstein.
same thing.
All right, more Todd
More
Packer
Todd.
trivia
Here we
for
go.
Limp Bizkit tickets. Here we go.
Okay. Why did Randall, the CEO, step down from his role?
I haven't seen the show.
It's because Todd Packer said he was nailing his secretary and he blowing the whistle on the whole thing. That was kind of an
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear? Oh no, he was nailing his secretary. Okay, just so you know, I have 5 kids.
Okay.
So when the twins came along
Yeah.
in 2006, that's where my viewing of television ends.
Okay.
The last series I binged was The Sopranos.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which is a good one to binge.
It's a great one.
You're going to get these last 2.
I'm watching The Boys now because my boys love The Boys, which, by the way, is so kick-ass. And
So
the
great.
writing is so good.
Are you up to the last season already?
I am.
Okay.
Although the other night, what day is today?
Today's Friday.
They wanted me, the boys came over late on Wednesday. He said, Dad, let's watch The Boys. I'm like, I have to get up and fly tomorrow. And I'd done a show that night, which I'm like, I always never agree to do a show in town. But if you're flying the next day, of course, I made that mistake. Hi, you're trying to do a
No. We want to hear what you say.
You will learn.
2 more.
Uh-huh.
During one of the Christmas episodes of The Office, Todd Packer placed the mistletoe in a very specific place. Where was it hanging?
Over his crotch.
That's exactly right.
It's okay. All right.
And finally,
Final
My
question.
my dad couldn't say the word because he thought it was a dirty word. He goes, right there in the croth area.
The cross.
Croth area. Because I believe my dad thought that crotch was a dirty word.
That old
So-
rugged croth.
So he hung it above his croth.
last question.
And this is for all, these are for the Limp Bizkit
This is for
tickets.
10 points.
And maybe we'll throw in tickets to go see Clownvis at Delmar Hall on
for-
August 10th.
Yes.
This is for one off the rack suit at Kohl's.
That's where I'll go. No, what if I get tickets?
You have to come back.
You come back, you stay with me for a couple
He added
days.
up more points to his last question, knowing that I've lost so far.
This question is worth 1,000 points.
This is 1,000 points. What was on Todd Packer's license plate?
Oh, well hung.
well hung.
1,000
Which
points.
stood
Beautiful.
For, which stood for William Hung, actually.
Well hung.
I didn't know.
Who was
Well
it?
hung.
Yes.
Very
No,
cool.
it was well hung for him. Didn't stand for William Hung. The confusion was, are you a big Will Hung fan? And he goes, who the hell is that? Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was W.L.
W.L. Hung.
Yeah.
And then the intern, B.J. Novak's character,
Yeah.
says, "Oh, you a big William Hung fan?" And he goes, "What?" Yeah. Now that's so weird that joke. I mean, when they wrote the joke, it's already over because that show. But anyway, it didn't matter. So.
And the fact that you're here, by the way,
Yes.
July 9th, 2004, the release of Anchorman. So you are here on the 20th.
It was July?
July 9th, 2004.
Was it?
Anchorman was released.
Wow.
The 20th anniversary of Anchorman is this week, and Champ Kind is in the studio.
Amazing.
Wow.
Whammy!
Which is wild. So I don't know if you saw the interview with Will Ferrell.
Recent?
He said, recent. He said he talked about the movie tanking during audience test.
Oh,
screening.
yeah, testing was bad.
So when you guys screened the movie before it was released, tanked.
Yeah.
Like audience hated it.
Right.
And it was specifically for the ending. So you guys had to reshoot
Yes.
the ending. So what was the original ending of Anchorman?
The original thing, well, there's a couple of things. There's a version of this movie called Wake Up Ron Burgundy. And it probably exists on YouTube, but don't watch it there because that doesn't get me any money. But there, you can buy it on DVD. That means you had to buy an $11 DVD player. Okay. In the original script, there was a B storyline where there's a group called the Alarm Clock, which mirrored these different, groups, terrorist groups from the 70s. But this was a ridiculous group that had an agenda where they were called the Alarm Clock, and they wanted America to wake up. And all they wanted to do was they were going to kidnap Veronica Corningstone and make her read this on the news. But they have a problem because the guy that's leading the group can't quite get his manifesto done. So they're not doing it. Now, Chuck D is in the movie, part of the Alarm Clock. Chuck D.
Chuck D from Public Enemy?
Yes. Among my favorite meetings ever, Chuck D. Let's see, Maya Rudolph's in it, as is...
and these were all members of that group that wound up getting cut from the movie.
Yes, thank you, young lady. And so that whole plot just wasn't helping the movie. Because traditionally you have an A and B story in most movies, right? So they decided to have two comedy movies going ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Do you have the cast list right there?
I'm looking it up. So the cast list. Steve Carrera. Oh, let's see. It's everybody from Anchorman.
Maya Rudolph.
Right? Maya Rudolph.
Amy Poehler is the name I'm looking for. Justin Long is in the movie, but not in that particular group. Where's my I said 2 G's.
Fred Armisen.
Catherine
Hahn.
Catherine Hahn. Keep going. Straight up, way that way. Sorry, honey, I'm at the other one.
Anthony Hopkins. What?
Yes. Oh, where's the kid? Where's his name? That girl, Tara Subkoff. Kate Walsh. I forgot Kate was in it.
Tom Cruise.
Anyway, so yes, I love that for radio, Dave. This does not work.
So
they got cut from the movie, which sucks.
So these big actors.
They were a huge part of the movie. Probably someone's break got cut from the movie because that part just didn't help. It dragged the movie down. So then we went back. We shot in a zoo for one day, and that's where the Birth of the Panda thing happened. And they were supposed to these bears come in, and they're Kodiak bears, which are bigger than grizzlies. They're walking around on their haunches.
Oh my gosh!
Their back feet, and I mean, it's intimidating. And at one point, let's see, they didn't have Christina in there. I don't think it might have been a double down in the pit with the bear. The bear moved a half an inch, and everybody rushed in and took her out, the handlers.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you don't have time for a foot,
They said she was like 3 feet away from this bear. Like, it was not far away. It was not a distance.
It was within 10 feet.
It was close enough where it could do some damage.
Oh, my
quickly.
God. I mean, when these things move, it's like watching just hairy muscle move,
The things we do for art.
Yeah.
All right.
But yes, that's a very fun movie. I also got a beautiful scene cut, probably 8 minutes long, where I emphatically declare my love for Ron. And we were in what they call a trailer, being pulled by a trailer in this car. It's in Burbank, California. It's 105 degrees that day. None of us are wearing any pants because we were wearing wool suits. We all took our pants off because it was so gosh darn hot. There's a picture of that, by the way, too, from Judd Apatow's book. And then, so we're all sitting there pantless and doing this thing because you can't turn the air on in this car. You can't roll down the windows for sound.
Yeah.
And there's a simple thing that we're driving along, and they're having a really innocuous conversation. And I'm in the back seat, and I go, I love you, Ron. And then people just stop for 1 second and then pick up this inane conversation. I said, I love you, Ron. And like, hey, so when's the last time you got this car service? Something like someone else saying, like, why is no one listening to me? Don't ignore me, Ron. I love you. And then I go on, and then they allowed us to improvise quite a bit. So I go on this long monologue, very specifically how much I love Ron, what I want our future to be, and then I also want to be with him and all other things.
Yeah, I look at Anchorman as a Champ Con, Ron Burgundy love story.
Thank you. That was the other love story.
Can you put on your headphones real quick? Because one of my favorite lines
here we go.
From the whole movie is this.
I'm going to mess without you. I miss you so damn much. I miss being with you. I miss being near you. I miss your laugh. I miss your scent. I miss your musk.
Was that all improvised?
I can't remember.
Was I miss your musk actually in
That was in the script.
in the script?
Yes.
Your
No,
laugh?
The thing is, yeah, it's really the delivery that kills it.
That movie changed the vernacular in America. I mean, it changed the sense of comedy in America. I mean,
Yeah.
we were all quoting that movie. we
I
still
still
are.
do.
Yeah, we still
Yeah.
are.
Right.
It's so far now that, we quote the movie and don't even realize that we're quoting the movie because it's just ingrained in our society now.
Right, people. What's that from? Is that from? Yes, yeah. It's good. The thing is, though, most people when they watch it the first time, I've heard, don't laugh as much as they do subsequently as it goes on. What I've always described Anchorman is it's a movie, but it's a satire. It's got a hard candy center that's satire because everything's satirical. We're making fun of male chauvinism the whole time. Now there are people that watch it and go, yeah,
Right.
like they believe the part of it where they think males should be dominant.
Well, it's this part actually.
It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady, and that is a scientific fact, huh?
That was the same people that didn't get the Barbie movie. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't watch it because I was
It's
interested.
at the heart of that. There's
some satire.
It's satire.
Right. Right, people don't
They had
get
to
it.
tell the story through Ken's eyes for men to understand what it's like to be marginalized,
Aha.
and that there's people that are like, it sucked.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Who brings life, men or women? I forget.
Who brings life?
Yeah, who brings life into this world?
Like the birth kit now? I do.
I bring life.
Oh, you specifically only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my no kids.
So why do men spend their entire existence trying to marginalize and control women? I don't get it. Because they're so deeply cellularly
Envious?
envious that they know. I mean, when you think about it, you need 14 men. There's 7 continents, right? Yeah. I was going to say 14 men. I forget how many cultures, whatever. You'd need about, let's say, 35 men to repopulate the world. The rest of us are unnecessary in reality.
That's a good point.
But women are more necessary, right? Because you can milk these guys for, let's say, I don't know, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Go off, Queen.
Then Clownvis.
We're finally getting into stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
I thought it was 35 men and one very tired lady. Am I right? Am I right?
No, they're not participating at all. This stuff just goes into a shelf.
Yeah.
It goes right on the mantle, right next to celebrity
Yes.
poop.
Then Clownvis Presley goes out and kills the rest of the 35 guys, thinking, I'm going to be the last guy. But then, just like America's Got Talent, no, joke's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Thought I was going to be the last man milked.
Everybody's singing Old McDonald at a farm. Listen, before you go, because I know you got to go to the next thing you're doing here, we do want to present you.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Are you ready for this?
Am I going to cry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most
Big time.
definitely.
This is the 3rd time on the Rizz Show, so you are a member
Okay, come on, Grace.
of the Rizz Show 3rd Timers Club. Here is your official certificate. Yes. Congratulations.
Put that on the mantle.
You stole this from a dentist shop.
No, no, we didn't.
We made this for you
We
this
made
morning.
it for you.
You're so awesome. This is nice. What? I don't understand why the little boy has a.
It doesn't matter.
Well, don't read
It
too
doesn't-
much.
don't
into
read
it.
too
Why
much
are you
into it.
insisting that I can't look at the whole thing?
Well, you can look at it on your own time.
Wait for the tears to be done well enough and you get a
Actually-
good look at it.
People have read this 1,000 times on your show.
Yeah.
You must have had a decent joke to be invited to the exclusive Rizzuto Show. Oh, gosh.
Yes.
I'll have to.
Congratulations. Go see David Koechner at Funny Bone
You really should.
this weekend.
It's going to be probably the best show I've ever done.
I would be remiss. I got to.
Yes.
Well, I have
God.
to. As a lifelong Kansas City Chiefs fan, I can't let you come into here without talking about it. Has the last 3 to 4 years been some of the best years of your life?
Yes. I've been a fan since I was 10 years old.
Me too. I have family in Central Missouri.
Okay, right, where?
I'm not a bandwagon.
Where's-
Marshfield.
Okay, sure.
So I had uncles there. This was in between the Cardinals and the Rams. Being in St. Louis, I
Yep.
became a lifelong diehard Chiefs. I'm not a bandwagoner. I went through the lean years. I
Yes.
went through
Yeah.
the Elvis Gerback years. I know what's up. I went through the good defense, bad offense years.
Yes.
In the last 3 to 4, there's very few celebrities I meet. You and Rudd are
Yep.
2 of them that
Wriggle. Stone
Yeah.
Street, yeah.
and are diehard Chiefs
Yeah.
fans.
It's our turn, man.
It's our turn
We had 50 years between Super
of
Bowls.
mediocrity at best.
You know, the thing is,
And they try to make us the new Patriots, and it pisses me off.
That's too
Let's talk
early.
about it.
It's
Thank
too
you.
early. They didn't. Nobody got.
Yes!
No one got mad at the Patriots until year 8.
Yes!
Come on. We just started. We're not even close.
Preach, Jack, preach!
Just enjoy it, folks. Sit back, watch, and
I'm trying to
enjoy.
get St. Louis people on the bandwagon.
I know. Beth.
They're resistant.
Beth, my PR gal, Beth, is a
Why do we
hard-
marginalize women? My PR gal.
is a hardcore football fan. Like she and I, when we met, we talked football for an hour, right?
Right.
And then she was a huge Rams fan. When the Rams abandoned her, she doesn't even watch football.
Wow.
You're out? Come on over.
Sit down.
She's out.
Feel ya.
The Rams would still be here if they built their own arrowhead. That's all I'm saying.
I do a huge charity event every year with Paul Rudd, Rod Briggle, Eric Stone Street, Jason Sudeikis, and Heidi Gardner. And the Chiefs come out and support. Mahomes and Kelsey do. So Beth has met multiple Chiefs players.
But that still has not turned her.
The hell's your problem, lady?
Beth,
Yeah,
will
it's
you
pretty
declare
messed
now
up.
for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh,
We all heard it.
Poor Beth.
Sure.
alert the hunts.
She declared.
Alert the hunts.
She's declared.
We take a field trip every year. You're going with us
Yeah,
next
let's
time.
go.
Yes.
You go to a Chiefs game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to come with us
Show.
next year or this
I
season?
would love to, but I have to schedule one of my siblings. Every year, me and my siblings, there's 6 of us, we go to a different town to
Yeah.
watch the
That's cool.
the Chiefs.
That's cool.
Don't do it in Denver. We went to Denver is so effing cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say yes, but then I'm doing 40 weeks this year on the road, so I'll say yes.
No,
Okay.
you're not
Good.
coming.
Well,
You're not
good.
coming.
Good.
You're not coming. Well, ladies and gentlemen, David Koechner. See him at Funny Bone
God bless
this
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Rafe's In Memoriam. It is 7:34. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWCRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Things are clear. Your point forecast, isolated storms are possible. High of 91. Right now it's 73 at the Point Studio.
Some on the day, yeah. Cause when you get something that's a tough day, yeah. Oh, yeah, even flow. Got a horse and a butterfly. Ooh, you don't know. So he marries a Hungarian.
And here's something that I firmly believe, and we're just going to start the interview here because it just seems like a good place to pop off. But I want the artist to do what the artist wants to do. If you want to make 5 radio songs in a row, great. If you want to make 5 fan tracks in a row, great, because I feel like it's your art. So who the hell are we to tell you when it needs to be a radio single or when it needs to be this or that? It needs to be whatever the hell you're feeling, whenever the hell you're feeling it.
Yeah, and you're right. It froze a little bit. Popular Monster was not supposed to be a radio song, by the way. As you could tell, the bridge is like death metal, almost like the scream and stuff. I was like, okay, the rest of the song is like sick. I was like, this is never going to be on the radio. Let's put double kick in the let's make the bridge the craziest thing you've ever heard. And
Show listeners, my friends over at Centric are offering one lucky point listener an exclusive $5,000 scholarship. Now, if you apply by July 19th, you'll be entered to win that scholarship to cover a portion of your tuition at Centric. Yes, change your life, change your career. Are you ready to start over? Are you ready to start something new? Do you not like your job? Will you be doing the same thing, making the same amount of money in 5 years? You know you could change your life with a career in tech and have unlimited growth opportunities. And you've heard me talk about Centric for a long time, Centric training, but why haven't you done anything yet? Graduates are always saying, I wish I would have done this sooner. Don't wait for something bad to happen or let somebody else make the decision for you. Make the decision to change careers, your decision. You could change your life in 4 months, not 4 years, 4 months. And apply for that scholarship. Go to centric.com/Rizz, CENTRIQ.com/Rizz.
Oh, hey, just sitting here checking out all my awards. You know, there are many ways to reach us in the Point Studio. You could call us, you could social media us, I think you could even fax us. But there's a new way. It's called Mic Drop. Yes, download the Point app, click the Mic Drop feature, talk into your phone, and your message goes right to us. Look, I just got one from Jeff Burton.
Hey, Rizz, great show today. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I f***ing read this stupid f***ing thing that head told me to read.
That's right, the new Mic Drop feature. Download the Point app.
Is this thing f***ing recording still?
So if you change my mind 1,000 times, you better hear them say, yeah, 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 I like it that way. Any man of mine better change their line. He better squeeze and a please and a...
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek Fire.
Hey,
gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie.
So guys, how'd it go today?
Well, you know, it went excellently.
Yeah, man.
You know why? Because so we had, just to fill anybody in, we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and it really wasn't anyone's fault, but a whole bunch of stuff was going wrong. But I tell you what, man, the St. Louis crews worked so hard. Everybody is friendly here. Thank goodness for Midwestern hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody did such a great job fixing it. We got it on. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because it gave a few more minutes for these seats to fill up. And boy... And the adventure that you can get yourself into this summer, make sure your tires are good. Make sure your tires are good and your wheels are cool. R&R Tire Express has $20. $20 gets you started on 4 brand new tires. That includes installation. That is huge. Experience that R&R service, and you will never buy tires the same way again. Pay off early for additional savings. Tires are not a fun purchase, but at R&R, we make it easy and painless. They take appointments to help plan your day. They even work with your time budget. It's amazing. Your vehicle's how you get to work. It's how you take your kids to school, those weekend trips to see family and friends, and like I said, these summer adventures. So make sure that your tires are good and that you are safe out there. It's the only part of your car that touches the road. You know, and 63% of Americans today are living paycheck to paycheck, including half of 6-figure earners. So, but you want to stay safe. So there's no reason that you shouldn't be safe out there, even if you can't buy the tires right out. Just get a hold of R&R Tire Express. They will get you rolling. Everybody needs a little R&R. R&R, by the way, has 5 area locations you can go into: Overland, Florissant, Fairview Heights, Alton, and a new Kings Highway just south of Tower Grove Park location. Check them out, rnrtires.com.
Hello, my name is Jeff from the Rizzuto Show, and I'm standing here underneath the beautiful Hubbard sign. This is our, quarter mile, whatever it is, to keep clean, and because I lost real and fake again, I have to clean up the highway. So we're here at 270 in Olive, and I'm going to go clean up the highway, so enjoy. Hope they made it home okay. When's the break?
Buy a home. Good for you. Buy a home, stop renting, build some equity. Well, what's your first step? Your first step is calling Kevin Putney at the One to the Mortgage team. If you're looking to buy a new home, a mortgage is like a fingerprint, and Kevin Putney is going to put that loan together for you. That specific loan for you. Everybody's situation is different. And that's where Kevin Putney comes in. Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage team, he loves putting that puzzle together. Call Kevin before you call your realtor. So this way, you're qualified, you're approved for that home loan. When you do find your dream home, you're ready to go with that offer. Next thing you know, you're moving. But interest rates are so high. If you don't want to lose the house, buy it now and then refinance next year. He's got programs for down payment assistance. He's got first-time home buyer programs. He makes the whole process simple and painless, and I can attest to that. We bought our last house with Kevin and refinanced twice. 314-862-0123. That's 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029. NMLS consumeraccess.org. 123mortgage.com. 314-862-0123.
It's Lux, and I'm joined by Josh from Bad Flower. Dude, what's up?
Cheers. How are you?
Cheers. I'm doing so well. I'm so glad we're getting to chat here.
What is that? You got stickers on your cup.
Oh my God, I got so many stickers. My vaccine sticker. I got my Canada sticker. I got all my good stickers.
Nice.
I'll hook you up with
What? We're on the air.
Well, Lern goes, he was wearing a very Rafe Dean shirt, and all I thought was, I haven't seen Rafe Dean in any shirt except for a black shirt.
That's true.
With a V.
His weekend wear.
What does
you
that
never
mean?
Seen this man on a weekend?
He wears the same shirt.
That makes no sense.
No way.
He wears the same shirt.
That's the weirdest comment I've heard all day.
She's not wrong.
I do want to say,
when I came to Metallica, I had on my my formal wear, which was pretty much what he had on.
I do want to say, probably one of the greatest moments of the show happened with Clownvis. When you walked in, so we had it kind of planned out, where when David Koechner was here, just to walk Clownvis in, not say a word, and set him up on a separate microphone, and just as if nothing, as if a normal day, Clownvis is here.
This is a normal day.
It is a normal day.
Yeah, for us. From David's point of view,
it is
not so normal.
So David was talking to Lern. It worked out perfectly and was not paying attention to anything else in the room.
Yeah,
and when he
see
turned and said, is that a clown Elvis? I almost passed out.
Yeah. He did the classic double take. I mean, the slow motion, like out of a movie, the look up, wait, what, look back.
Also, the amount of time it took him to process your name as if it's not obvious. All right, so what's your name? Clownvis.
And then
where'd that come from?
Lern telling him I'm a Roy Orbison clown.
What was that?
It's called humor.
That's mine.
She was throwing curveballs.
It's humor.
I was trying to roll with it, but it made him even more confusing.
Well, you know, it's early, dude. I don't know. And you do remind me of Roy Orbison.
I appreciate it.
Voice of an angel.
Roy has a beautiful voice. I mean, that's a bigger compliment.
That's a great
than
compliment.
Thank you.
But if you watch the webcams, I almost fell over in my chair. It was one of those hyperventilating, lack of oxygen moments. And that happened twice before with Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And with Wheeler Walker Jr.
Wheeler Walker, yeah, it's a good gimmick. Surprising guest at 7 a.m. with a clown.
What a treat! What a treat to have you here on Friday.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you guys. I look forward to this.
Make sure you see Clownvis at Del Mar Hall on August the 10th. Get your tickets. Hot ticket alert, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Hot ticket.
They're selling. We got the points behind it now. Thank you. And Four Hands is promoting it, and Del Mar Hall's doing their job. So tickets are moving. It's going to be a real fun night. We can't wait.
And you got the Four Hands beer coming out that night?
The Four Hands Clownvis beer is coming out that night. Can you believe it?
That's amazing. It's going to be a magical night over in the Loop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Running a little late, but that's fine.
Just a tad.
It's time for Rafe Williams and this week's E-Memoriam.
Let's get right into it. The E-Memoriam brought to you by me. Can't get a sponsor. We will, though. I have faith. For those of you that don't know, the E-Memoriam is like the Oscars M-Memoriam, where we will eulogize people we lost for various reasons this week, whether we pissed them off or they just sent a crazy email on their own volition. Let's start with, and it hurts to say, today's first candidate for the E-Memoriam. Let's say goodbye to Steve Perry. As much as it pains us to do, we have to say goodbye to Journey frontman Steve Perry, After Rizz went to a Journey concert and Def Leppard at Busch Stadium last weekend and spent the entirety of Journey's set list locked in a sensual, serenading gaze with the new crooner, Filipino heartthrob, Ariel Pineda. This man's pure stage presence and sexuality completely wiped Scott Rizzuto's brain of any memory of Steve Perry at all. Rizz was just a city dude, settled down in Wildwood. He took a golf cart down to the Busch Stadium. Old singer on a smoky stage. Smell of Bud Light, lime, and Bengay. For a smile they could share the night. It goes on and on and on. Bye-bye, bye-bye, Perry. Bye-bye.
Clownvis, I went to the show last Saturday, and
I heard about
the dude was singing to me.
He locked eyes,
and
huh?
it was enough where people were like, do you know him?
Wow. Yeah, I wonder what he's. I mean, this sounds rude, but I wonder what he sees in you. Out of all the millions of people to scan the crowd, I mean, I wonder what grabbed him.
I assume sexual chemistry and
sexual heat.
Must have been, huh? I liked when you rhymed Wildwood with dude. That was cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was pure sexual energy between us.
Next up.
You're so happy, dude. I love it.
Speaking of sexual energies, floating McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
In a nostalgic segment this week, we realized we were long overdue for an RIP for St. Louis legend, the floating McDonald's, or as it is otherwise known, the Jefferson County Yacht Club.
Hell yeah.
So good.
This throwback 1880 style paddle boat, measuring 185 feet by 50 feet high and more than 700 tons, was a true one-of-a-kind place to get a foodborne illness. New generations of children will never know the exhilaration of throwing up chicken nuggets into the mighty Mississippi while piggybacking seasickness right on the heels of traumatizing claustrophobia and fear of heights from a first-grade arch field trip.
We did have about 50 emails from people who said, oh, yeah, I remember that. I threw up on that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Apparently that was a thing. A lot of kids
thing.
You went to the Arch, you had McDonald's, you had Happy Meal, and you threw up on the boat.
That's right. And all that while an overcaffeinated, freshly divorced middle-aged teacher screams, "Step back from the edge, Peter! You're too close to the edge!" And parents will never again know the bliss of being able to freely and mercilessly beat your children with a belt in public, because technically the floating McDonald's operates under maritime law. Ooh. And the laws of the sea be not the laws of the land. So fare thee well, Admiral McCheese, as he dutifully pilots the SS McRib to that salvage yard in the sky. Bye-bye. Speaking of water catastrophes, next up, Moon Valjean's coolness. My faithful, cool rock star co-host met his doom over 4th of July weekend when he decided to water ski over 40 in front of his own children.
my dad coolness just slipped away.
Yes, and what he thought was dad coolness as he popped up and water skied in front of his children turned out to be ridicule when they rolled the tape back. And we actually have audio footage. You have to listen closely over the motorboat of his kids being very unimpressed with his knocky knees and his wobbly delivery.
This is truly audio from...
It's true audio.
Yeah. And you'll notice they cheer first. I'm up.
Cheering.
And then immediately.
Why are his knees like that?
Why are his knees like that? And his face is so strained. Bending like that.
Now they're comparing how much better she was skiing.
Yeah, then she says, when you were skiing, you were straight up and down like a normal person.
So good.
Why does he look
picture
like
you
that?
like Kermit the Frog kind of flopping around on these things.
It's not
He said like muscles in his legs that hadn't been used in a while were shaking vigorously.
I looked awful.
So to Moon Valjean's dad cool, we say bye-bye.
You look good, man. You look great on there.
He just slowly went underwater and did the Terminator thing. Gave a thumbs up. And then just went down.
Took your life jacket off and sunk to the bottom. Next up, people who let dogs sit on tabletops. We had to say goodbye to dog owners who let their pets And pups sit on restaurant tabletops and see no problem with it. While we will openly admit, as majority dog owners on this show, that watching a dog pinch one off in the backyard, walk directly in the house, and sit bare-assed on a cream-colored carpet without leaving so much as a faint skid mark is truly one of God's miracles, but we do have to draw the line somewhere. And that line is letting your Japanese chin plop their little drawstring purse down full of tapeworms right next to a bottle of Cholula and fresh brown bread at a Cheesecake Factory. Bye-bye.
Brown bread at a Cheesecake Factory, huh? Okay.
We don't want that. Don't be ruining that. And now for the first ever, speaking of dogs, first ever rememoriam in history. A rememoriam, a second timer.
Oh,
very cool.
Excellent painter, terrible dog sitter. Previous e-memoriam sponsor, Chris Overall from Columbia, Missouri.
Illinois.
Columbia, Illinois, excuse me. The former e-memoriam sponsor, Chris Overall, was hired to paint my house for the 4th of July, and while he did an excellent job, and I would recommend his services to anyone, I must call into question whether letting my dog escape and be locked up overnight at the Humane Society in a metal drop box was an inside job. Was this paint job just a revenge ruse for the roasting I gave Chris last May? Chris Overall, if that's even your real name. A painter named Chris Overall is like a day laborer named Jonathan Workboot. It's just a little too on the nose. So whatever your real name is, much like you did to my poor, elderly, firework traumatized pooch, we've accidentally left the Rizz gate open for you to get out.
Oh, no.
And I hope whoever finds you drives you up to the local Union 115 and locks you in a cold, dank overnight lockbox for skilled international union painters and allied tradesmen. Bye-bye. Next up, every other Chris in the listening region.
Yep.
That's right. We didn't just lose Chris Overall. We lost every Chris this week. Every dude named Chris was introduced to the next big hurricane after Hurricane Beryl. Hurricane Chris! And we actually obtained an official statement from Hurricane Chris. That's right, Hurricane Chris is here. He's about to blow all you other bitch-ass Chris's right on out of here, Buster. Hurricane Chris started as a butterfly fart in Africa, and now he has arrived on your front porch, 3 margaritas deep in a puka shell necklace, and it's about to be cloudy with a 100% chance of sarcasm, honey. And y'all, guess what? Chris brought Hurricane Debbie right here behind him. She's out in the yard. She's already taken out her earrings because Debbie's built different, okay? And she's not for play, honey. So y'all better unlock the door and let me in, or else I'm going to huff and puff and blow every single Chris in the metro area. Blow you right on out of your houses. Yep, I'm going to blow them right off the map, y'all. And this is the real Chris talking, not that little bitch-ass Chris singing karaoke in St. Charles.
Shots fired.
End of quote. Wow.
Wow.
So the Rizz Show Meteorology Department must recommend that all Chris's seek immediate shelter. And bye-bye. Next up, Hurricane Chris himself. Hurricane Chris actually came and went and was no more than a tropical storm. So the Rizz Show curse did not take out anything. Turns out Hurricane Chris just had a few too many margaritas. He wasn't as mad as we thought he was.
So he petered out?
He petered out.
40-mile-an-hour winds. What an amateur.
40-mile-per-hour winds.
Weak.
Thank God.
You know what? It's more about the show. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I was just upset. So bye-bye, Hurricane Chris. And now on to the real RIPs. Steelers Will. Joe Egan died at 77. Creative partner of bands Jerry Rafferty. Egan wrote Steelers Will's biggest hit, 1973's Stuck in the Middle with You. R.I.P. to Oscar-winning producer John Landau. He died July 5th at 63 from cancer. Shelley Duvall passed away. Shelley Duvall, Robert Altman's protege and tormented wife in The Shining, died at 75. Versatile actress, also memorable in McCabe and Mrs. Miller, Nashville, Popeye, and 3 Women, produced TV series for kids. Also, I believe she died of complications from diabetes. And, of course, the Oak Ridge Boys' John Bonzo. Longtime tenor vocalist to Country Music Hall of Fame, inducted in Grand Ole Opry cast member quintet, the Oak Ridge Boys, died from complications from ALS. He was 76. And the thing that hits me about this is we didn't just lose John. We lost the Oak Ridge Boys.
That's right.
Because the Oak Ridge Boys ain't the boys without all the boys.
That's right.
It was the last band where the deep voice guy made money. What's he going to do now?
Everybody knows deep.
The deep voice,
Love him.
the guy that just come, Elvira, And to send them off, I would like to moment of silence as we play a small excerpt from the Oak Ridge Boys. Y'all come back saloon. RizzShow playlist today.
Yep.
You don't think though that like it's the reason that that's so cool is because they just
He sits back. He's sitting back.
They're just singing at low decibels, and everything's pretty easy. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of Kenny Rogers.
Trust me, it kicks in. The beat drops later. We don't have time.
All right, thank you.
All right, that concludes this week's E Memoriam.
Thank you, Rafe Williams, and this week's E Memoriam. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Lern's got crap on celebrities. Clownvis is here.
Yeah, buddies.
It's 7:58. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We're doing a pretty good job with the highways, except for just happened 270 eastbound between looks like Illinois 3 just before the bridge. There's some lane closures due to a crash that just happened. A point forecast is isolated storms possible, high of 91. Right now it's 75 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Chili's, we're going to stir fry you in our walk. Stapp versus Vetter. Kitty gets a non-alcoholic beer. And are these songs played out in stadiums?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. And Clownvis, it is official with Redbox.
Yeah, I know. How about that, huh?
It's officially official.
I think I was the final nail in the coffin for them.
We'll give you all the details after the break. Stay there. Hey, if you're a business owner or you're in charge of marketing for a company, I want you to pay attention because digital marketing, yes, it's something that makes people kind of recoil and like, I don't know how to do that. Explain what I should do with digital marketing. I'm ready to move my business into into this year, into 2024, into this century. Well, 2060 Digital, that's our sister company, and that's where they come in. If you're looking to enhance your brand's online presence, if you're looking for a digital campaign or you're looking to increase customer engagement, 2060 Digital demystifies the process of digital marketing by transforming it into an opportunity for your business, from a challenge to an opportunity. They're going to propel your business forward. And if you think your business has room to grow, go to 1057thepoint.com and click on the 2060 Digital tile and request your complimentary digital audit today. They will help your company move forward. That's 2060 Digital. They've helped Chesterfield Fence and Deck and Dobbs and Zero Res, just to name a couple companies. 1057thepoint.com, click on the 2060 Digital tile.
Here's some cool news. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch, they just revealed the list of top workplaces for 2024. And, of course, First Community is on the list again. In fact, this has happened the last 12 years. This place is absolutely amazing over at First Community. And what I love about this, the top workplace, is that the award is actually determined based on feedback from the employees. So let's face it, the satisfaction of employees is an indication of organizational health, and First Community is obviously very, very healthy. You just call them and ask them for help, and the employees are so nice over there. They'll listen to me and answer all my annoying questions, and they do it with ease because they're genuinely happy people. I mean, you go down to the branch over here in Creve Coeur, you see the happy crew working around there, and they actually love their job because they're changing people's lives, and you can make someone's day better, and it's really awesome. And they got popcorn. They got some great benefits like that. If I was working there, I'd be stoked on the popcorn. But anyways, swing by First Community. They're looking for full-time openings over at the Chesterfield headquarters and branches throughout the St. Louis area. So head over to First Community and think about changing your career to something that you truly love, and you will over at First Community. That's firstcommunity.com.
Hey, I want you to save money on your home and your car insurance. You know, Allstate and my agent, Tracy Bibb, she's got some great rates, some very competitive rates out there. So why don't you give her a call? Maybe put that on your to-do list today. Give Tracy a call and just get an obligation quote. Just see what she could do. We've got all our policies through Tracy Bibb. We've got both life insurance policies. We've got both cars. We've got the house, and we've got an umbrella policy. Tracy Bibb is going to give you the personal attention that you would get no place else. Most people have never even talked or met their agent. She'll work with you to make sure you have the right type of coverage for when something happens. Not if, but when. We're all going to have a claim in our lifetime with either our car or house, and when claims do arise, Tracy is there to make the claims process easy and quick. In fact, the Allstate app is amazing. Again, just makes everything easy and quick, and get that no-obligation quote when you call 314-328-4260. That's 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
You're listening to the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the program. Clownvis joins us. See him at Delmar Hall on August the 10th.
Yeah, baby.
So you were here during Donnie Fandango's Radiothon.
Yeah, that was impressive.
And which they wound up raising $44,000. Great cause, and you were a part of that. People paid a lot of money to hear you sing a song.
Yes, we set a goal and we made it.
Yeah, and you weren't here.
Yes, I was.
Who was not here? Rafe was not here. Somebody was not here.
I wasn't here.
Rafe was not here. Okay. Somebody was not here.
Moon is having a rough week of memories of Moon in our brains this week.
Well, everybody's in and out in this show, so
yeah.
it's time
It's hard to keep it
It's hard
on
to keep track. Moon was here. Rafe was not here. Fine. No offense. Anyway, the story is about Clownvis.
Thank you.
So Clownvis sings a song about Redbox. Remember the Redbox kiosks outside of grocery stores and Walgreens? And
yes. Yeah. A new song I wrote called Those Crazy Redbox Nights. It's like a kind of like an old Bob Seger style Remember Those Days song.
Yes. Which was beautiful.
Thank you.
Everybody loved it. And so you sing the song on a Friday. The next day, the company that owns Redbox declares bankruptcy.
Yeah, the next day, baby.
Unbelievable, man.
Perfect timing.
The next day. And it is now official. After decades of serving DVDs from thousands of kiosks, Redbox is officially donezo.
That's right, baby.
Man, did you have some inside information?
No, I didn't.
What the heck?
It was just a feeling, you know. I think I'm a poet at heart, you know, and I see these red boxes sitting there aging and decaying on the side of the road, and I had these feelings for them, you know, and I hadn't heard anyone else tap into these feelings, so I thought maybe I would put pen to paper and explain my thoughts on the red box, and no sooner than I did, culture caught up with us.
Yep. Its parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, is liquidating after filing bankruptcy. So they will be removing all the kiosks.
A company called Chicken Soup is liquidating?
Yep.
Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment.
Love it.
Also, this is the most 90s corporation I've ever heard of.
Yes.
They're soon to be bought out by Uncle John's Bathroom Reader, Inc.
Yes. It comes with a free Surge coupon.
The last time I saw a Redbox kiosk was we went to the Walgreens in Kirkwood, had to pick something up, and there was a faded Redbox right outside the door.
Yeah.
All sunburnt.
Looking all sad.
Yeah, they're beautiful, man. And listen, I got that song recorded now. Next week it'll be out, so everybody will be able to hear it.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
Yeah, nice studio version of it.
So how many Redbox kiosks are there currently and that they're going to have to haul away? And I don't know where they're going to put all these things.
I'll take one.
That'd be nice. It always has new movies.
I'm going to go out and steal one.
If you're still saying there's one in Kirkwood, and this is a worldwide company, right?
I think U.S.
I don't know. But
Okay.
I have the number of how many there are out there.
I'm just trying to take a guess. If you're saying that there's still one in Kirkwood, I'm thinking about all the neighborhoods out there, all the grocery stores and Walgreenses. I'll say 25,000.
25,000.
Oh, wow.
That's a big number. I think more like 2,500.
2,500.
Yeah, I was
I'm going 125,000.
I bet you there's 2,500 in our area.
No,
And
there's
the
like
Redbox
7.
kiosks will have to be picked up.
7.
16.
16.
Well, I'm checking out the stock prices of Chicken Soup, and it's about 2 cents.
Yeah.
So with that, I think they're crushing it, and they probably have. I was going to do 2,300, but now I'm going to go 4,100.
4,100. Moon's the closest, 24,000.
Whoa, baby.
24,000? Dang.
It's 20, so they're
Almost
shutting
hit
down
it.
all 24,000 DVD kiosks, and they're shutting down the streaming service. I wonder.
How many were there in the heyday? Like 200,000? I mean, there was one on every corner.
I don't know how many there were in the heyday, but there's 24,000 out there now.
And think about like
the flatbed.
Think about all the rural spots. Anytime there's like a Family Dollar or a what's the other one?
Dollar General.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they have them on those walls as well?
Well, let's workshop something else. Just put some lunch meat or something in these machines.
Lunch meat,
Don't
yes.
just take. I mean, that was just first
I'll
thought.
take a quarter pound of bologna.
Yeah, I'll take a quarter pound of Carl Budding.
There's got to be something that can be vended in front of all these CVSs that we need without having to move these boxes.
Well, what are they going to do with the machines?
Cannabis. Put cannabis in there.
I'm saying restock them with something besides useless DVDs.
Well, they're going to pick them up. They got to get them out of there.
Japan's going to get them taken for underwear.
Yeah,
that'd be
panty
cool.
vending machines in Japan.
I was thinking yo-yos would be neat. We could have yo-yo machines.
Indeed.
Need more of those.
Change them into Dippin' Dots machines. Just
there we go.
Alter the machines.
That requires refrigeration.
Ice cream of the future.
So the sad thing is the company's more than 1,100 employees will be without work with no severance or extended benefits. So
Bummer.
Ouch.
That's the guys that go around and put the DVDs in the machines?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And collect the cash.
Oh my goodness! I just thought about that. Like, when you wrote the song, you should have gone and rented a whole bunch of stuff. You don't have to return it.
You got to return it.
I'm way ahead of you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say anything yet, but
Yeah,
I'm way.
I got all the Iron Eagles.
I've been
at
making
home.
my collection of DVDs that no one's coming looking for.
Very cool.
Did they shut down already, or can I go to a machine?
I don't
better
know.
run.
You better, yeah.
You find one that's working, baby. You pull every DVD out of there, and you just forget about it. You
A
just run.
through Z.
They're not going to come
and
looking
get me.
for you.
Come and get me. All right. Today is July the 12th. Back in the day in 100 BC, so that'd be 2,124 years ago, Julius Caesar was born. The month of July was named for him. 69 years ago, 1955 All-Star game being held in Milwaukee. Stan Musial, Stan the Man, leads off the 12th inning with a home run after having a conversation with the American League catcher Yogi Berra. You see, Yogi Berra complained, also St. Louis's own. St. Louis' own Yogi Berra complains that his feet are hurting. And Stan the Man says, "Don't worry, I'll have you home in a minute."
Ooh.
And then promptly hits a game-winning home run off Frank Sullivan on the next pitch.
Classic.
Classic Stan the Man.
Yeah.
64 years ago, 1960, the first Etch-a-Sketch went on sale. It cost $2.99. How much do you want to bet the first picture made was a flight of stairs?
Has to be.
That's all you can make on the Etch-a-Sketch. A flight. Oh, look, a flight of stairs. Cool.
When you were a kid and you learned how to curve the line, you felt so
I
good.
never learned.
What? You got to do them both. You got to double.
I know, but I
Some
never
of those
had the
Etch-a-Sketch
finesse.
artists are amazing.
They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
True art.
I never had the finesse to do it. Like, I never had the patience. But happy birthday, Etch-a-Sketch. 48 years ago in 1976, the original Family Feud premieres. 45 years ago, 1979, the Chicago White Sox hosted the infamous Disco Demolition Night between games of a doubleheader at Comiskey Park. So fans got into the game for 98 cents if you brought a disco record. So the LPs could be stacked in a pile and blown up. It was the brainchild of radio legend Steve Dahl from Chicago's classic rock station, The Loop. After Steve left, 7,000 fans charged the field and continued to throw and burn even more records.
Yep.
I've seen this footage. It's great, man. You can see it on YouTube.
So much chaos ensued. The second game of the doubleheader was canceled, and the Chicago White Sox were forced to forfeit the game because of it.
Didn't they have to get the field redone as well?
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Death to disco.
It was an absolute
man.
radio stunt disaster.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah, that hit the mark.
And, you know, Steve Dahl was wearing like an army helmet.
I read about it in the radio textbooks in school at ISU. Whenever I was in my mass comm class, there was a whole chapter on shock jockery, and Steve Dahl was part of that with the photos and whatnot. Crazy.
Did he get fired, or what happened to him?
He was a legend.
He became a legend.
Wow. So it worked.
32 years ago, 1992, Axl Rose arrested at JFK Airport. Axl was wanted on charges stemming from the Riverport riot. So he was arrested almost so it happened in 91. He was arrested in 92. So it was that far after. I got to get the numbers right.
He got out quick, boy.
And he wound up, having to donate to all these St. Louis charities.
Yeah.
28 years ago, 1996, Smashing Pumpkins keyboardist Jonathan Melvoin found dead in a New York City hotel. He OD'd on heroin. Pumpkins drummer Jimmy Chamberlain was charged with possession and then fired by the band, later rehired. And 25 years ago in 1999, Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit arrested in St. Paul, Minnesota for allegedly kicking a local security guard in the head during a performance.
Is there anything you guys are so passionate about, since we're all, diehard music lovers? This guy hated disco so much, a genre that was already pretty much dead by the point he's doing this anyway. Hated it so much.
79? I thought 79. That was
Yeah, it was probably peaking. That was
peaking.
Yeah, that's
peaking. I don't know about peaking.
When was Saturday Night Fever?
I think
98,
78,
79.
Was it really?
Wow.
Okay, so either way, this guy is so angry about a particular genre of music.
Think about
I mean-
he worked for a classic rock station.
Right.
It was a
Yeah,
radio
it's
station.
rock. Right.
How much did he really hate it? I don't know. But it was
Probably loved it.
He was a morning show
Probably
guy.
had the biggest Bee Gees collection ever.
He was a morning show guy on a classic rock radio station in Chicago.
But-
you got to mobilize the audience.
But dozens of thousands of people turned up to do, basically terrorism on the White Sox of infield.
No, they
here.
terrorized disco. They were
terrorized
like,
disco.
the rock is cooler, which actually, breaking news, my 40th birthday, which will be held on March 29th, 2025, is going to be, save the date, rock versus disco. I'm not even kidding. I have a whole plan. There will be a nacho bar and all sorts of fantastic
is
things.
this an open party or is this
No,
gonna
this
be...
is going to be invite only. There will be a guest list. And by the way, if you do not pick a side when you arrive, you do not get in. So this may be your bouncer dream. You may be working the door that night.
Oh, great.
So, and I will have 2 outfit changes because I will be of both genres.
Oh, you can't.
You're a fence walker.
No, I will straddle the entire line for my 40. Guys,
Wow.
I sent my mom and my sister some details last night on this. It is going to be the party of the century. Get ready.
I like disco music.
I do too.
Yeah, disco is awesome.
I love the Bee Gees.
I do too. That's why disco versus rock. And it's not even verses. It's all inclusive.
So you got 8 months or 9 months or whatever the math is
pick a
there.
side.
To pick a side, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You better figure it out.
Location, I have some notes out to some different places that I hope will let me rent the entire space out. It will be Cash Bar.
Are you going to be doing one of those, you should rent out like Andres and...
Listen,
Just a roller rink.
it's not a roller rink. There's a
Just do
whole thing
catering hall.
happening.
What are we
I'm
playing?
so excited.
Playing bags? Everybody that's on roller skates and sequins.
You want to bring your skates? Bring them.
I feel like there'd be more rock people there.
Well, you'd think, but
Yeah, I think
a lot
there's
of
going
the
to be a
girls,
lot. It's going to be very rock heavy. How many disco heads really hang out with
I
Lern?
feel like I feel bad, so
My-
I'll have to go disco.
Yeah, some of
No,
us
well,
are
do
rebels.
it. My sister was sending me her outfits because the girls are excited because they want to dress like in disco wear, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's kind of, but it's going
It's
to
going to be all
Of course,
women
Clown-
in disco wear and all dudes dressed up like
You're
Axl
by
Rose.
Clownvis,
Of
right?
course, yeah. This will be,
Some
Everybody
of us,
in this room are invited.
Some of us
in-
are so
in that
rock
room.
and roll and so rebellious that we will pick disco just to
Yeah,
rebel.
that's what I'm thinking.
It's going to be fun.
All right, that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crab on Celebrities.
And we start with this. Beastie Boys are suing the parent company of the restaurant chain Chili's, alleging that the company used the hit Sabotage and social media ad spots for Chili's without licensing it. And the ads copied the style of the song's iconic video without permission by recreating the clip's characters who are depicted robbing a Chili's.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember seeing this
I didn't
ad
see the
either.
commercial. No, that's
Must have only been played in Ohio.
So Mike D, Ad Rock, they're asking for at least $150,000 in damages. They claim the ads give the false impression that they're promoting Chili's. In his last will and testament, Adam Yauch left instructions that the music could not be used in advertising. So they're
Thank
obviously
you.
fighting this because of him and his honor. Although there are reportedly questions about the legality of the stipulation, Mike D and Ad Rock have twice successfully sued to block would-be advertisers from using their music.
So they don't use so no Beastie Boys in any advertisements, huh?
The only licensing that they've done was in 2020 presidential campaign for Joe Biden. And that was
it. Well,
licensed.
Wouldn't you be bummed if they have all these songs that potentially could be licensed like crazy, then on his deathbed, he's like, you can't use any of them.
Right.
And they're like, but I could use the money.
So I'm wondering
I
if
think they're okay with money.
I wonder if their argument is going to be it's parody.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, it sounds
Sounds like a Weird Al.
It sounds like they did a parody thing where
they're depicting.
Yeah, we'll need a follow up on that to find out how that comes out of court.
Creed and Pearl Jam have been compared to each other for years, mainly because of the vocals of each band. Scott Stapp.
I don't know who you're being.
Yeah.
That was just right down the middle. You could be either one.
Scott Stapp says, he has in the past channeled Eddie Vedder's vocals. A lot of people accused him of ripping off Eddie Vedder, but he was interviewed by Guitar World. He said, hey, they said the same thing about Darius Rucker. He was the Eddie Eddie Vedder ripoff before they called me the Eddie Vedder ripoff. I felt like I was in good company, and I was honored with the compliment.
I never heard that.
I never heard that.
Hold my hand, he's one of them.
Kind of. I tell you what, Creed, biggest selling show of the summer.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Biggest show of the summer.
Wow, that's
At least up at the amphitheater.
That's something. I've turned a little bit of a corner on them. I hated them when they were out, but I never listened to them. Now I hear it and I say, all right, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Yeah.
It's been 3 years since Dusty Hill of ZZ Top passed away, and they press into action their guitar tech, longtime guitar tech, Elwood Francis, which is the coolest name ever. But despite having the long beard like Dusty Hill and guitarist Billy Gibbons, Elwood Francis tells Guitar World that he's not adapted to that new role. He says, they pulled me aside, said, can you honestly say you can't play his parts? He says, I can do it, but I don't think people would enjoy me doing it. You can cover him for a few weeks, and then whenever he passed away, he said, I'll never be the band. He understands his role. Yeah. Even though he does look strikingly similar to Dusty Hill, he has his own kind of cool style too. But, I like to hear him say this because I saw a promo shot, ZZ Top's coming to the factory on November 14th. And for a split second, you think like, oh man, is this guy like trying so hard to replace Dusty Hill that he's got the beard? But this entire time that he's been teching for those guys, he's had it. So
there's a good documentary called That Little Old Band from Texas.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Which is a ZZ Top
I haven't
documentary.
seen that. I bet that's good.
Excellent.
It is.
So you remember when Dusty Hill died, the band took like a week off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think one of the next shows was in Washington.
It
Missouri.
was. Yes. It was the next show. But Dusty Hill told Billy Gibbons, go on. Do not stop this band. Like, on his deathbed, he was like, keep going. And that's why they have.
He actually said, keep going and use our music for Chili's if possible.
If there's an offer.
Hey, I got a
there.
Beastie Boys update. Check this out. In 2013, the group sued a toy company called Goldie Box after it released a viral parody of the group's 87 song Girls to promote its engineering and construction toys for girls, eventually winning the settlement where the company had to apologize, donate a portion of its revenues to charities, and then in 2015, the group won a $1.7 million verdict against Monster Energy over a video used by the energy drink company that used several of the group's songs in a promo video.
Well, they don't mess around.
Wow, they're really out there acting like cops.
But they let Sabotage appear in a trailer for Star Trek Beyond, and they permitted the same song to be used in an advertisement for Destiny 2, the video game. And they said, even though those were advertisements, both of them were promoting artistic works rather than products.
Interesting.
So they're more about they don't want it used for products.
Something.
I hope every time they try to bust up somebody using their music, they roll in there like the Sabotage characters.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
That's my
Coaches.
Was it like a boombox on their shoulder, like, we're here to sue?
I like the intergalactic music video with the suits.
They drop
like
out,
the stop
jumping
motion.
over the couches. And
With the Japanese construction suits?
Yes, I like that.
I thought that'd be a creative way to tell people you're a sexual predator. Is to just show up on the doorstep like a boombox and some tracksuits and be like, my name is Cletus and I'm here to say, keep your kids 50 feet away. And then he just, you know what, that was...
turn it into a little show.
It's
That's a
something
good idea,
unpleasant. Kind of fun.
In alcohol and rock news, Hailstorm have teamed up again with 3 Chord Bourbon for a second batch of Hailstorm Bourbon whiskey. This one has notes of baking spices, dark sugars, roasted nuts, and an incredible label design inspired with subtle notes of cherries. In non-alcoholic news, Kitty have launched their own line of NA beer called Kitty Pig. The band says that they'll start selling through Amazon very soon. The first photos of Metallica's James Hetfield appearing in an upcoming dark western thriller, The Thicket, has been released. And so this is based on a novel of the same name. It stars Peter Dinklage. He's as Shorty, a bounty hunter enlisted to find a woman who has been kidnapped by a violent killer. It's unclear who James Hetfield is playing in the film, but we will see it in theaters on September 6th.
Pretty cool.
Jeff Bridges says he's feeling great now, 4 years after being diagnosed with lymphoma. His cancer's been in remission since 2021. The dude returns to television with season 2 of The Old Man, and he said to, when he's filming while having cancer, he says it was so bizarre because the first season he was doing these fight scenes. I had a 9-inch by 12-inch tumor in my body, in my stomach, that didn't hurt at all, and he thought that was really surprising.
We must protect Jeff Bridges at all costs.
We must.
Hey, did you talk yesterday about Horizon being pulled from the theater?
No, we didn't get to it. I had it ready to go, but we were running too long.
So did you see? So Horizon 2. So Kevin Costner put out that Horizon movie a couple weeks ago. Tanked.
Yep.
So the thing was, it was going to be Horizon and then Horizon 2 in August. The movie company pulled it for August.
Pulled the August release.
Pulled the August release.
It's still in theaters, though, right? The first one.
The first one is in theaters. They're going to start streaming it to get people maybe to watch it that way and then get some excitement
It
for
sucks.
Horizon 2.
that
So they're
sounds
pushing
like
it
a
back.
Flat
They pushed
line.
it back.
Whoa, bummer.
Because it was like the first time that was ever being done where a movie and the sequel come out within 2 months of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But it was such a disaster. And the movie companies lost so much money. Kevin Costner's lost so much money with this.
Maybe it'll be like Anchorman, where obviously nobody's excited about it, but then after you see it in a couple year,s it'll be awesome.
And they're going to put it on streaming to hope to build some kind of excitement
Right.
to at least people to get to see the second one. It makes sense. If nobody saw the first one, who's going to go see the second one?
For sure. Guys, I mean, let's just say the writing has been on the wall. I haven't done a Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez update in a hot minute, but they just put their 38,000 square foot Beverly Hills mansion with 12 bedrooms and
damn it.
24 bathrooms on the market. Guys, this thing was bought in 2023 for almost $61 million. And in the last 4 months, they've renovated the property. Amenities such as a bar, a sports lounge, a fully equipped gym, a boxing ring, courts for basketball and pickleball. And now they're probably getting divorced, so nobody can even enjoy this damn
A
thing.
boxing ring.
Well, yeah, they don't have any bedrooms or anything. That's a
Settle
bummer.
things that way.
Why would you have a
Fighting a
house
lot.
with no
Yeah,
bedrooms?
dude,
and
never
kitchen?
seen enough.
Yeah, please.
So how much is it going for?
Well, it doesn't say. They bought it in 2023 for 61 million. Yeah.
I'll put 200,000 on that.
Okay. And like Rafe said in the e-memoriam, Shelley Duvall has died. The actress was 75 years old. Her life partner, Dan Gilroy, said Duvall died in her sleep due to complications from diabetes. So rest in peace. She was in The Shining. She was in Popeye. She was in Annie Hall.
Yeah, she was
Roxanne.
olive oil.
Yeah.
She was. And she
I think
returned.
she had some mental health problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kind of was a recluse, like, not in the spotlight at all.
Right. She had a great team around her that protected her, that didn't let anybody get to her. Kind of
Yeah.
like Richard Simmons, honestly.
Except for Dr. Phil.
Did Dr. Phil get to her?
He
Dr.
can get
Phil
through
did an
anything.
interview, and dude, I mean, you want to talk about exploit?
Hey.
Hey, why don't we all exploit Shelley Duvall?
No, I'll tell you what.
Here's a good idea. Let's all get drunk.
It was really bad.
Here's Phil.
It was not a good look. Even her partner said, like, this did nothing good for Shelley. It only made her an oddity, is what
Yeah.
he said.
Oh,
You know what?
man.
What?
You can suck this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was from that interview, actually.
I always thought her dad was Robert Duvall because it says that on Wikipedia. Then you actually research it, and it's a different Robert Duvall.
Look at you going to a different page to
know.
research something on the internet.
Well, I had-
proud.
The thing can read it to me now, so I can actually see what's
That
going
is
on.
pretty cool. In theaters this weekend, you can see Fly Me to the Moon. This is
Somebody touched my pee-pee.
Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson are part of NASA, so that's the new Fly Me to the Moon movie. Long Legs is a movie that is a FBI agent assigned to track down an elusive serial killer known as Long Legs, who's being played by Nicolas Cage. Sorry Not Sorry, the documentary about Louis C.K.'s public downfall and his surprising return to the stage is out. And finally, there's been 5 songs that are listed as possibly being the most overplayed songs at sporting events. I want you all to think about this.
Overplayed songs at sporting events.
Yes, because if you can guess them, I bet they are overplayed. And I agree with everyone on this list.
We Will Rock You.
Not on the list.
The Gary Glitter song.
Rock and roll. Hey. Da-da-da-da-da.
No.
How about this one?
This is
How about this
rock.
one? Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
What is that, the Mexican hat dance?
No.
Y'all ready for this?
You're thinking about
No, rock.
that's techno.
Take me out to the ball game.
You all suck at this game.
Welcome to the jungle.
What was it?
Think about rock songs you hear at sporting events.
If you're listening in your car right now, you just heard ADD happen.
Everybody's brain.
Every single person was having their own conversation for about 14 seconds. And we're back.
And we're back.
I just want you to know that you're not alone. You just witnessed it happen live.
The White Stripes song.
No, not Sandstorm. What are you doing?
Is that what this is?
What is
Yes,
this?
this is Sandstorm.
Yeah, this one, yes.
Oh. Boop, 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 boop.
Dude.
This slaps back in the
Yeah,
early
but
2000s.
this is
Didn't Peter Griffin do one of these?
I think this is one of those jock jams.
Ladies and gentlemen, your St. Louis Cardinals.
Here we go.
This is Me at the Odds at 98.
Here we go.
Yeah, but they play this during sporting events all the time.
And your starting pitcher, Todd Worrell.
And here come the Battlehawks.
Gosh damn it. No sandstorm.
Keep that going the whole show.
Those are legitimate rock and roll songs, yes?
Rock and roll.
I would say
Metal.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes, Welcome to the Jungle is on this list.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Thank you for having
Some focus.
some focus.
All right, I'm trying.
We have 4 more.
I would also
White
say possibly. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Seven Nation Army.
White Stripes.
Seven Nation Army, yes.
That's what I said, White Stripes.
Oh,
That's what
I'm sorry.
You win.
What's
It's Cotton
Seven
Eye
Nation
Joe
Army?
rock song.
What song?
It's that bump, bump, bump.
Oh, yeah. I would say an AC/DC song's probably on here. Let's say Back in Black.
Close. Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
How about this one? It's coming. It's coming.
Not Daft Punk.
No,
Is it Around the World?
Swirl me up.
What is this?
We're supposed to go to the Oz, I think.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming anytime now.
Your Sunday night ritual on 105.7 The Point.
Let the heartbeat get up there.
Come on. Why do you have glow sticks right now in your hands, Rizz? This is making me
Dude,
uncomfortable.
you were a club kid.
We're going to get to it.
Fine, turn off all the lights. He wants to do his glow stick
The
dance.
finger bus is coming, and everybody's jumping.
I didn't realize there was such a long intro on this.
I like
Oh,
that.
man.
That's the magic. That's the magic.
Yes.
It's 6-minute intro.
When you finally okay with, you know what?
DJ has to let it build before he hits the space
Here
bar.
it comes.
Oh, dude, he's
Feeling
Benny
funny.
Benassi?
Long intro.
I thought you were getting it.
I thought I was getting it there, but it never came. He never came.
Getting edged.
It never came. Guys, there's 15 more minutes of
Oh,
this. So stand by.
jeez.
This is
Taking us
basically
into the 9 o'clock hour, Zombie Nation.
this is basically what every rock fan hears when you do like a when you go to a club. When you're dragged to a club and you're like, oh my god,
Man,
I've been here for 6 hours.
I miss going to raves
It's been
so
15
bad.
minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody's so messed up.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here they come, the St. Louis Steamers.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay,
by the way.
well, thank you for that.
Is that on the list?
No, I'm just going to give you the
20
list because
minutes
I'm
later.
annoyed.
Can I say, can I guess one more?
No more guessing. Number 5
Def
was
Leppard.
Thunderstruck. Number 4 was Crazy Trade. Number 3, Seven Nation Army. Number 2, Welcome to the Jungle. And your number 1 most overplayed annoying songs at sporting events,
Sweet.
Metallica's Enter Sandman.
I hope
Thank
you were.
Okay.
I hope you were writing down that list. That you were
Ging.
applying to be the music guy at any sports complex.
And that is your crap on celebrities.
That was so good.
And that was your crap on rave that we all had to just go to.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Celebrities.
The ball, dunk it.
Yeah, good luck.
Celebrity celebrating birthday today. Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Also, Lois Lane in the upcoming Superman Legacy is 34. Melissa O'Neill, that's Lucy on The Rookie, and she's also in Dark Matter. That's a cool show, by the way. 36. Michelle Rodriguez is 46. Topher Grace is 46. Steve Howie, that's Van from Reba, is 47. Brock Lesnar, the WWE superstar, is 47. Anna Friel, as Detective Sergeant Backlund on that Marcella Netflix series, pretty decent, is 48. Christy Yamaguchi, Olympic gold medalist and Dancing with the Stars champion, she's 53. Byung-Hoon Lee, the T-1000 in Terminator Genesis, is 54. Lisa Nicole Carson, 3 first names, is 55. She was Renee on Ally McBeal. Cheryl Ladd, Chris from Charlie's Angels, is 73. Richard Friggin Simmons, fitness guru,
Yes.
is
Hero.
76. And Scott's favorite, Bill Cosby, is 87.
Yep, good
Yep.
guy. As Norm Macdonald said, I didn't like his humor. I liked his as a person.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Tiny Star. Yes, Tiny Star. And today's birthday girl has been in 40 fine films, including 2 Chocolate Kisses 5, Ass Incorporated, Blackalicious, Booty Talk 80, Double Dipped 4, The Ghetto Casting Couch 2, Lesbian Dime Pieces 3, The Texas Twerk Off, and Who Can Forget a Roll? And Scott's favorite, 2011's The Day I Became a Whore 2. Tiny Star is 39 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. That's right, some good ones this week. All right, 8:38. Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Things are still looking pretty clear. Your point forecast, isolated storms are possible. High of 91. Right now it is 76 at the Point Studio. My family has enjoyed so many different perks being members at Together Credit Union, and you can too. And I'm always excited for what they're launching. And right now they just launched a brand new high-yield checking account called Empower Checking. Look at the deal and the percentage that you can get on this checking account. Just go to togethercu.org. It's the very first thing you're going to see. And with Empower Checking, you can earn above market interest on the money that you keep in your day-to-day checking account. Interest is paid to you each month, and it's a checking account that rewards you for balances and not activity. To apply, you can do it on the website, togethercu.org, or you can stop by any of the 14 area locations. There's one everywhere near you right now. If you're at work, if you're at home, if you're at the Arch, I mean, wherever you are, there are St. Louis Together Credit Union branches near you that will work directly with you to make sure not only can you become a member, and yes, anybody can become a member, but they'll set you up with that Empower Checking or anything that you need. Again, my family has used so many different perks as members of Together Credit Union. My children have accounts. On top of that, they have just so many great resources and educational things for you to just help get your financial life together, if you will. Get paid to save with Empower Checking. Visit togethercu.org.empower for full terms and details. Membership eligibility required. Together Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Stop by one of those 14 local branches. Togethercu.org.
When you think about the most annoying things in life, like, all right, your car breaks down, you can't get your stupid computer to do what it needs to do. People are very annoying. But really, it's pests. It's ants being in your kitchen. It's a weird ant that all of a sudden just walks across your bedroom floor, and you're like, how did you get this thing? How did it come inside of here? And, maybe it's termites or cockroaches or mice or moles. There's so many different pests in the world that we just got to get rid of. And I'm telling you, if you want to go with a company that has been family owned and operated in St. Louis since 1956 with a commitment of treating you, the customer, and their employees like family, it's Rottler Pest Control, all right? They are Quality Pro certified. They bear the seal of excellence in pest management. That's granted by the National Pest Management Association. They do rigorous background checks, including drug screenings, criminal and driving record checks. All service personnel, they got to pass a state-administrated licensing exam before they even set foot in your house, so you can trust them, okay? And then they get rid of the pests, which is the whole reason that you're going to Rottler.com in the first place, right? Get rid of the pests in your life. I'm talking about the ants, the termites, and the cockroaches, and the disgusting spiders that will not leave. Rottler.com.
All right, Moritz Royce Jewelry, ninjabling.com.
Moritz Royce, this is an experience unlike any other. You know, you're always saying, like, do your due diligence, get out there, do whatever you're going to do, compare. But I'm telling you, once you have that Moritz Royce experience, you realize there is no comparison. It's a private showroom, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. You book an appointment, and you talk to pros that aren't working on commission, aren't like in a mall jewelry shop just selling you a ring that's been made 1,000,000 times. For way overpriced. We're talking about Moritz Royce we are talking about lifetime pieces built for you.
It's
custom.
wild to think that people would go to one of those other places.
Yeah, and once you experience that Moritz Royce experience, it doesn't matter where you live on the planet, you will always go back to Moritz Royce.
Yeah, they become your family jeweler. I mean, you could tell immediately when you walk in. First of all, you're buzzed in. It's like a speakeasy. Like, you got to know where it is. 15th floor, that big tall office building right across the street from the Galleria. Private office, custom pieces, one of a kinds. Check out their Instagram page. I mean, just see some of the great work they've done. It's Moritz Royce Jewelry. Go to ninjabling.com. They are the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show. Moritz Royce Jewelry, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
Time for your Friday Fail Story. So all these people, they thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went sideways. And it became an Uber. An ultra.
Yeah.
What?
Dare I say
Do
it?
not
I'm
do
going to
it.
say it.
Do it.
Mega. What? Here we go.
Failed. Yes, took it home.
Yep.
You sound a great boss.
Thanks, man. Friday Fail Story sponsored by...
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So there's been a video going around this week. A couple named Joe Boyette and Mary Sweat are facing charges for a stunt they recently pulled at a family restaurant in Waycross, Georgia.
Boyette and Sweat?
Boyette and Sweat. It's about 50 miles north of the Florida-Georgia line. So they filmed themselves at a place called the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant as Joe used a funnel to drink a margarita out of Mary's crack.
Oh, I saw this.
What? I'm sorry.
Yes, Mary Sweat's sweaty butt crack. So he was going to put the funnel in it. Right? The funnel didn't work, though, or maybe it worked too well and really got the drink down in there. So Joe just poured the drink down her backside. It apparently happened 3 months ago, but police just found out about it after Mary ratted on herself. So she was upset that somebody had leaked the video online and wanted cops to arrest that person, but instead, she and Joe got arrested for public indecency.
It's Joe
Now,
time.
if you're Joe, wouldn't you be worried there's a draft?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just imagining some sort of ice luge, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was like. The restaurant put out a statement calling the stunt unacceptable and not reflective of the family-friendly dining experience they strive for. They also said any employees who may have been involved will face appropriate action. According to reports, the one of the workers had gave them the funnel. So
Failed.
would have gotten away with it too.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
26-year-old expectant dad in Australia was hauling ass trying to get his pregnant girlfriend to the hospital. Cops clocked him doing 100 miles an hour on his way. He was also driving on the wrong side of the road. Cops, of course, they don't know what's going on. They just see a car driving recklessly, so they chased him. He was not pulling over. Dude was going to get his lady to the hospital. Cops used spike strips to flatten his tires.
Oh, my God.
Dude kept on going. And you think something else is going on here?
No. Seems reasonable.
So the guy gets to the hospital, leaves his lady in the car, and runs. Cops later found him hiding in a bush. So what happened? Turns out the guy was out on bail from a previous run-in with the law, wasn't allowed to be driving, and was high on meth at the time. The girlfriend was pregnant.
Of course she was.
She called the cops while police were chasing her. She's freaked out. Baby's all right. Guy was just sentenced to 2 years and 9 months in prison.
Fails. It's kind of cool. I mean, I kind of think he's a cool guy.
It's kind of cool if you think about it.
2 women have been charged with murder after allegedly killing their sugar daddy and using his thumb to gain access to banking information.
Oh, that's sick, man.
The woman, 22-year-old Tiffany Taylor Gray, and 19-year-old Audrey Miller, arrested by police in Washington, D.C., in connection to the stabbing of 53-year-old Faisal Teklemarian. I'm not going to try to say that name. His name is Faisal. The man was found dead in his apartment on April 5th. Authorities noted that one of Faisal's thumbs was missing when the body was discovered.
Damn.
Surveillance video showed Tiffany and Audrey leaving Faisal's apartment on the day he was killed. A witness who reportedly knew them said that they were romantically involved with Faisal. They were, I guess, sugar babies. He was the sugar daddy. The witness told authorities that they overheard the suspects talking about cutting the dead man's thumb off, and the witness allegedly saw Tiffany use the thumb to access his bank account to withdraw money.
No way. Movies.
Yeah, you see that in the movies a lot, where they take the old hand and gain access. But
Yep.
that's,
They did it.
I was wondering if he had an old iPhone.
Florida man was whooped upon after he tried to carjack a senior citizen. 29-year-old Blake Robinson tried to steal a 66-year-old man's truck from his house. According to the sheriff's office, the truck owner called 911, came out of the house, and confronted this Blake guy. The crook punched the old man in the head, knocked him down. Older man hulked up.
Did you get this off of your
Nice.
Twitter feed, man? Because I swear the Twitter algorithm on the RizzShow feed, all it does is show me botched robberies. That's all. That is
Security
You know what I'm
cameras,
talking about?
yeah. I do.
It's like a look at this robber get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Every other one, dude.
I get fed a lot of that stuff. I hit some kind of algorithm.
You're like the Pentagon, dude, for like morons. Like people, just the footage of crimes being committed.
The old man hulked up, knocked Blake to the ground. When police arrived, he was still laid out. This is a good story.
I know.
I know, but I'm just the
We're not
algorithm
upset.
loves this.
The sheriff's Facebook page said Robinson got manhandled by a 66-year-old man who thankfully only required brief medical treatment and was left without serious injuries. Blake charged with felony battery of a person over the age of 65 and attempted robbery.
Nice.
Now, the whole point of a lazy river is there are no rules, right? No rules in a lazy river. Other than not disrupting the lazy, chill vibes.
Yeah.
But this guy took his freedom too far.
Uh-oh.
Way too far. 74-year-old guy in New Hampshire named John Caraballo, arrested last week after he was found lying naked at a lazy river pool in an amusement park. Even worse, it was 6 p.m. and there were kids around. Moon, alcohol involved?
You betcha?
No. Yep. Not surprisingly, John was hammered.
Okay, I thought you were about to say no.
Yeah, he was hammered. Somebody called police, so they took him into custody, charged him with indecent exposure. But he was so blitzed that they kept him locked up overnight so he could sober up.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Was he tubed up? Was he in an inner tube
He
when
was
he was
in an
there?
inner tube,
Okay.
just lying, like floating.
Lazy river,
beautiful
take
view.
my pants.
John issued an apology to the press saying, quote, "It was extremely poor judgment. I'm extremely remorseful and respectful."
At least he went to the public. That's good.
Failed.
He's respectful for sure.
This guy seems like a pretty good friend and a pretty big moron. Last Monday, a 32-year-old guy got arrested near New Orleans for identity theft. His real and very unique name is
Okay.
is Rendison Parfait,
Rendison Parfait.
Makes me hungry.
just like the dessert.
Isn't it a casino or something?
Rendison Parfait.
I'm gonna Rendison this parfait into my mouth. That's for sure.
He matched the description of somebody who'd been using fraudulent credit cards around town, and somebody at a store called it in. Police booked him for identity theft, bank fraud, and other charges. Then later that day, a friend showed up to bond him out of jail. But that guy wasn't able to because he got arrested for using a fake ID.
His name was Donald Cherry on top.
Nope, even better. He showed up and he showed cops the fake ID and claimed his name was Robert Grant, real name Alan Artist.
Like,
So you got Rendison Parfait and Alan Artist.
These are a cool group, man.
They arrested him for the fake ID as well as obstruction of justice and resisting arrest. They think he was an accomplice, so he might face additional charges. They found more than 70 bogus credit cards in Parfait's car.
Ooh, he was working.
Man, failed. What happens when you get artist and parfait together? Hey, by the way, just as an experiment, I went just put in Twitter, and the top thing is a guy tries to rob a jewelry store, and some ninja guy comes in and kicks his ass with a flying roundhouse. Watch this. Pow!
Yes.
Okay, and the headline is, it's a jewelry store, every kick begins with K.
Yes.
And it's because you like to watch, and it's a guilty pleasure. You like to watch these robberies be narrated like ESPN.
As an MMA fight.
Yeah, or an MMA fight.
Yep.
Like, he comes in with a roundhouse out of left field.
Those are some of my favorite videos.
Man.
What?
I just love how I mentioned
He
it.
loves it.
Clownvis likes watching videos of boats sink.
I
That's
do.
right. I forgot.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, well, they kind of scare me, so I look at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Man, this is basically like a more extreme version of the Ferrari storyline and a Ferris Bueller's Day Off. A dealership in Connecticut is in a world of hurt after a couple employees took a rare 2018 Chevy Camaro out for a joyride and totaled it. Oof. So the Camaro had only 989 miles on it, and the owner had taken it to the dealership for some kind of service. He gave explicit instructions that the car was to not leave the lot. That didn't happen. A service advisor took another employee out in the car, floored it to about 90 miles an hour, lost control, crashed it into a guardrail. The car had been appraised at $97,000. Complete loss.
Wow.
You idiots, you're supposed to put it in reverse and put a brick on the pedal so the mileage goes
Yeah, that
back.
didn't work here
That
with
didn't
them?
work.
Oh,
No, you
geez.
got to not crash the car.
Amateurs.
There was a kid one time that crashed it's like a Stingray in front of my house in Edwardsville, and he got out. He was fine, but he was like, it was his girlfriend's dad's classic car. Dad was out of town.
baby.
She told him he could take it around the block, and I totaled. And I'm like, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
God, I can't imagine.
Also, how cool was Cameron's parents' house in Ferris Bueller's Day
Super
Off,
cool.
right?
Yeah,
That was
the
sick.
woods.
That house was for sale recently.
Badass. You could have bought it. The driver was ticketed in the crash, but the dealership is in much bigger trouble because the Camaro owner has filed a lawsuit against him. No word on the damages, but it's probably safe to say it's going to exceed $100,000.
Ouch. Failed.
All right, two more. On the list of things you don't want to leave at the scene of a crime, this is up there. A man and woman in Boston had dinner at a place in Chinatown last weekend and tried to dine and dash. The woman, 24-year-old Zaire Alexander, after they ate, she went to the bathroom, and the guy walked out. Then she started to walk out too, and when employees tried to stop her, she pulled a gun, a pink Glock. She pointed it at an older employee who wrestled the gun away. Zaire took off, but police were quickly able to ID her because she left her Social Security card behind.
Just carry
It
another
sounds
one?
like she dropped it during the scuffle.
Oh, geez.
Turned herself in the next day. She's facing charges for carrying a loaded firearm, carrying a firearm without a license, unlawful possession of ammunition, assault and battery on an elderly person, and defrauding an innkeeper.
She had her Social Security card loose?
Yeah.
It was loose in her pocket?
Yep.
Where the hell was she going?
I don't know.
The ID, getting an ID or getting real ID.
Getting a passport. I don't know.
Maybe so.
And finally, a man in Ohio named Matthew Pancake.
Man, we got to get him together with Parfait, dude.
Parfait and
Yeah,
artist.
these names are just great.
A man in Ohio named, real name Matthew Pancake,
Old Matty Pancakes.
was arrested after a series of break-ins early one morning last week. He broke into a famous footwear store, a restaurant called Roosters, where he was seen on camera wearing leopard print pajamas.
Steven Tyler PJs.
Then he kept the animal theme going by breaking into a pet store called Petland. A bunch of animals were set free, presumably intentionally. Police finally tracked down Matthew Pancake in a Big Lots parking lot, and when they arrested him, they discovered he had 4 hamsters in his pants.
As one does.
Man, I want to spend the day with this guy. What a day.
Hey,
It's
Mr.
hamster
Pancake
time.
knows what's up. Saving animals and
Good old
breaking
hamster
into
pants.
restaurants.
Putting hamsters in his
Hamsters.
pants. Charged with breaking and entering and vandalism. As for the animals, police recovered 2 dogs, multiple birds, yet another hamster, and at least 2 bunnies. Authorities say they're still looking for more bunnies, birds, and a ferret.
Oh, no. Guess
Keep my
where
eyes
they're
peeled.
at.
Yeah.
All right, those are your Friday fail stories. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will take a break. I think we have time to play a quick game. Let's play after the break. Just the two of us. Clownvis is here.
Yeah.
So we'll do a couple rounds of just the two of us. We got some stuff to give away. We have, let me see, tickets to go see the Struts. That's coming up July 27th over at the Factory. We got tickets for Pops is for Lovers, featuring Hawthorne Heights. Thursday, Amberlin, Armor for Sleep. Pops on July 27th. We have tickets to the sold-out Highly Suspect show, July 25th over at Del Mar, and tickets to go see our buddy Clownvis.
Nice.
August the 10th over at Del Mar Hall. So that should be in the system there, Scott.
Okay.
Those Clownvis tickets. All right, so just two of us. We'll get you on the phone. You pick 2 people. You pick 2 RizzShow members, including Clownvis. Rafe will ask 5 questions. If we match 3 of our 5 answers, you get your choice of tickets while supplies last. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play next. And you know what we'll do? We'll pick somebody if we get none right or if we get all 5 match.
Okay.
So it's either 0 or 5. And then we'll give that person tickets. It's 9:03. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Stall vehicle 44 eastbound at 141, it looks like. There's also a right-hand shoulder block due to a crash 64 eastbound at Kings Highway. Your point forecast, isolated storms are possible. High of 91. Right now it's 77 at the Point Studio.
All right, it's Friday, and maybe you've looked at altontoyota.com and you're looking at their inventory and you go, you know what, I want to buy something completely online. Well, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, they make it incredibly easy for you to buy online and schedule a home delivery. Okay, it's never been easier. You can go to the Munganess Alton Toyota's online shopper to find the right vehicle. You choose your own payment. You schedule home delivery. It's all completely done. You're busy, but you need a new ride. You've been hearing me talk about all those Toyota Tacomas, and you've been thinking to yourself, you know what, I do want to put a sub in the backseat of my new Toyota Tacoma from Alton Toyota. I think you should. And then here's the deal. You're part of the Munganess family at that point. You're just like me. Whenever I bought my Acura TLX at St. Louis Acura on Manchester, I have become Lern Munganess. That's my official last name. So I want you to be in our family as well. And if you already have a vehicle and you're fine and everything's golden in your life, but you need to get an oil change and you want a tire rotation at no additional charge, they can do that for you, okay? Call the VIP line for us weirdos, 618-539-2288, or go online, stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com.
Lay the path for a new career. Apply.ficstl.org. That is the website. Apply.ficstl.org. Start your career as a floor layer apprentice with the Carpenters Union today. You can apply now. You can go to the website or call 314-644-4800, and you get paid while you learn. You know, some careers require expensive degrees that pile on debt and delay years of valuable earning potential. Plus, you got to set aside the time, you know, or night school or something like that. It's time to explore an alternative path, one that's going to give you an education model that allows hardworking individuals like yourself to make money while learning the skills necessary to embark on a successful career that's going to give you benefits. It's going to give your family benefits. Real world experience on job sites and being paid in the process. That is incredible. Check out all sorts of stats like the starting wage and wage increases each term and how it all works on the website apply.ficstl.org. Again, you can get started today. Apply now. Call 314-644-4800 or just go to apply.ficstl.org.
Hey, this is Harlan Williams, and you're listening to the Rizzuto Show. It kind of sounds like rubbing a beard into a ceiling fan with baby owl feathers. Oh, and happy birthday, Rizz.
All right, welcome back to the program. Man, what a program today, huh? What a show.
Blood's pumping.
Oh, Freak of the Week, yes. We should just tell you who won.
Okay.
I mean, David Koechner kind of came in just like a hurricane, like Hurricane Chris.
Yes, he did.
Hey, so if you're scoring at home, congratulations to Zoo Diamond Phillips. Zoo Diamond Phillips takes this week's Freak of the Week. This is the guy that thinks he's a Beastmaster. And knows all these animals at home and wants a Beastmaster lady to come and live with him and pay the bills.
Little bestiality for your Freak of the Week.
Yep. All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, we're going to play just the two of us. That's right. Clownvis is here.
I'm excited. I love this game.
We got tickets to go see Clownvis at Del Mar Hall. We got tickets to go see Highly Suspect. Pops is for lovers and the Struts, so phones are all jammed up here. Let's pick a patient zero. Lern, pick a line 1 through 6.
3.
All right, so Aaron in Overland. So if we get 0 correct, or if we get all 5 correct, Aaron wins.
Aaron in
Aaron.
Trampoline City.
Yep.
Yeah,
Aaron in Overland. All right, let's start off here with Lisa in Arnold. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
All right, so you got to pick 2 people. You got Moon, you got Lern, you got Clownvis, you got Rafe, you got King Scott, you got myself. Pick 2 people.
Let's do you and Moon.
All right.
All right.
Hang on 1 second. Lisa?
Lock it up there, buddy.
We're locked up. All right, so once we're used, we're off the table for the time being.
Okay.
So here we go. Rafe's got the 5 questions.
Here we
Let's run our
go.
answers down. Hopefully we match 3 or 5.
All right, fellers. Number 1, something kids dissect in science class.
Okay.
Number 2, a sitcom with a talking pet.
A sitcom with a talking pet.
3, a viral internet challenge that should have never happened. Viral internet challenge that should have never happened. Number 4, a band with a number in their name. A band with a number in their name. And finally, 5th, a character known for their bizarre hairstyle. A character known for their bizarre hairstyle.
All right, I think we'll do it right here.
Yeah, I think this is easy.
I don't think this is 5 for 5.
I might be.
It might.
You think so?
Man.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
I don't
There's
know.
obvious ones here.
Is there?
We shall see.
I'll count it down.
All right, learn to count it down. Here we go.
All right, number 1, something kids dissect in science class.
3, 2, 1.
Frog.
Frog was the number 1 answer.
Man, this next one, dude,
Starfish
I have
was
2 answers.
Well, let's find out.
See.
Are you committed to one, or are you waffling?
Go with the right one.
Yeah,
Yes, go with the right one.
Are you ready?
The one on the right? The one that I wrote second?
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go. A sitcom with a talking pet.
3, 2, 1.
Family Guy.
Yes, that's what I have.
Thank you, Clownvis. That's the one I went with on the right. The one on the left was Alf.
I thought Alf too.
Alf was
Sabrina
But
the
Alf was an
Teenage
alien.
Witch.
I had
and
Sabrina.
Sabrina and Family Guy.
Family
Got
Guy.
2 answers. Sabrina was an actual sitcom with a talking cat.
Well, here's
But anyway,
3 for 3 right here.
3 for 3, a viral internet challenge that should have never happened.
3, 2, 1.
Tide Pods.
Yes, Tide Pod was the number 1 answer. 3 for 3.
How about 4 for 4? Watch this. Watch
A
this.
band with a number in their name.
3, 2, 1.
Blink 182.
Best friend.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I
I tell you what.
this is not going to go well. Because I can't think it.
For Lisa, well, Lisa automatically wins. Congratulations, Lisa.
Patient 0 wins.
Aaron.
We get a 5 for 5 or a 0.
Aaron's up for a win, too. Here we go.
Character known for their bizarre hairstyle.
3, 2, 1.
Marge
Rapunzel.
Simpson.
It's
Yeah.
over.
That's a
I had
Guys, I'm
Marge.
sitting right here.
I had Dr. Phil.
Number 1 answer was Kramer.
What's bizarre about that?
Yeah, you look
Thank you.
beautiful, my friend.
I put Rapunzel. 'cause I
Marge
was like,
Simpson
I couldn't think of
and
anything.
Cosmo Kramer were the numbers.
Oh, Cosmo Kramer's good
Kramer.
too.
Rapunzel, that's the princess in the tower with the long hair, right?
Nothing for patient 0, but you guys did great.
That's
Wow.
5, not bad.
That was
at
good.
all.
That was good. All right, we're off the table
Good.
for the time being. Emma, good morning.
Hey.
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 All right, you got Lern, Clownvis, Rafe, or King Scott. You got to pick 2.
Ooh, so I can't pick Moon and
No,
King Scott?
Moon's out.
Nope.
Okay, I'll go with Rafe and Learn.
Rafe
Wow.
and
Rafe
Lern.
and Lern.
Okay. And here we go.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Something women want men to wear more often.
Something women want men to wear.
More often. A famous inventor. The first animal you picture when you think of a farm. A famous spaceship.
Wait a minute. Real or fake?
Choice. Dealer's choice. A famous spaceship.
Oh. Okay.
A TV show with vampires.
Now, that's 5.
I'm going 5 for 5 with one of you guys.
Hold up. Hang on. I got to go back to spaceship real fast. Okay. I got it.
Got it?
All right, Moon, you count her down.
I think I have the name right. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll
Were you
see.
watching when
We
she was
shall
writing?
see.
No, I was just seeing if she was ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here
All
we
right,
go. For Emma.
You're going 5 for 5. I feel it.
Hang on. I got to change one answer. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bad.
Well, when we were talking about the first one, there's many things that I wish men would wear more. Back to you. Let's go.
Women, not yeah. And women in general. If we don't get that one, I'm going to be very upset. But all right, something women want men to wear more often.
3, 2, 1.
Cologne.
Jean jacket.
Condom. The
Condom.
answer
I
is
also
condom.
thought condom too. I
Condom.
did think condom.
Rizz, you and me, buddy.
Cologne, number one
That didn't even
answer.
cross
You
my
literally
mind.
talk about it all the time.
I went from belts to cut off shirts to jean jacket. So
Jean jackets.
I had deodorant.
Number 1 answer, condom.
Jean
there
jackets.
we go. And cologne was the right answer, honestly, because I
Cologne
do love
was the
a
number one
cologne
answer.
on
Where did
them.
I thought it was
You're out of your
Speedo.
mind.
Second answer, but jean jacket's not on the list.
Okay.
I want to say that.
Jean jacket.
Jean jacket's
There's
not.
so many things I like that men wear. And you're wearing a jean jacket right now. Look at you.
So thank you.
that.
Look at
Right
that.
on.
All right, a famous inventor.
3, 2, 1.
Edison.
All right.
Wow.
I also had Edison.
Good one.
Okay. I feel good.
Okay.
I thought we were going to go 2 for 2 and then ride it out into the hook. All right. The first animal you picture when you think of a farm.
3, 2, 1.
Cow.
Oh, I think horse.
Moo moo
Didn't
buckaroo.
mean to rhyme.
Or pigs.
Cow.
All right. Gosh.
All right, this is bad.
You got it.
I think we're going to get it. A famous spaceship.
3, 2, 1.
Millennium Falcon.
There you go. There you go.
I
That's the
couldn't
only
remember
answer.
Believed in you. I was like,
I did
is
have
she going to
Enterprise.
remember?
I had Enterprise.
You would.
I had
Yeah, I
to
had
dig
Enterprise.
really
More
for
More of a
it.
Star Wars fan.
I thought you
It's
might
funny, the right
put
answer.
I just think
a
she
real
wouldn't get
spaceship.
it.
I was going real spaceship, but then I couldn't think of those either.
You thought that
Apollo
she
11.
wouldn't get the
I
Millennium
thought
Falcon.
I thought she would have said Enterprise.
Yeah.
And honestly, I call it the Millennium Falcon. So
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't sure you'd remember any of them, so I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Emma wins. Congrats.
And just for fun, a TV show with vampires.
3, 2, 1.
True
Buffy
Blood.
the Vampire.
Oh, True Blood.
Buffy
It is
was
Buffy.
the
You're right.
answer.
True Blood.
Let me say this. When I think of Buffy,
Blood's
I think
good.
of Christy Swanson with
Oh, yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
watched Sarah Michelle Gellar. In fact, when that show came on, I was offended because Christy Swanson was so perfect
She
as
was
Buffy.
your Buffy.
Was
Will
Luke
always
Perry
be
in
your
that?
Buffy.
Yeah.
Was Luke Perry in that?
He was.
The
Hot
movie?
ass Luke Perry.
God.
Plays
Buffy, Charmed, and True Blood.
Paul
were the top
Rubens
3
was in
answers.
it.
Oh, that's right.
Did
Well
he play
done.
the Fangs?
Kyle, hello.
Yo on.
All right, Kyle, you got King, Scott, and Clownvis.
We got it.
Well, I guess I'll take Rizz and Moon.
Nope. Nope. King, Scott, and Clownvis.
Just
it
for
is.
that.
You guys should throw this.
I'm throwing the game, baby.
No, for the integrity of this game.
The integrity of
Right.
St. Louis.
I'm not sure he was joking, but
I
that was
don't
the
either.
funniest thing from said all day.
All right, here we go.
Fellas, how many dates should you go on before kissing somebody? A Dr. Seuss character. A famous painting. Name a former U.S. vice president. And finally, name a character from Friends. Need any repeats? How we feeling, fellers?
I'm feeling good. I'm hoping Scott has his head screwed on straight
Oh,
today.
it is on so
Moon,
tight.
you got this one down.
Okay.
Here we go. Number 1, how many dates should you go on before you kiss somebody?
3, 2, 1.
One.
Oh!
Nice. You saucy boy.
I wasn't sure what was coming out of there.
Clownvis is a swooner, man.
47.
Clownvis swoons.
Damn, I even
know.
put down 2. You guys are.
Nah, just a
2.
kiss. It's just a kiss.
I
Relax.
put 2 as well.
Interesting. All right, a Dr. Seuss character.
3, 2, 1.
Cat in the Hat.
Oh, I put Cat in the Hat too. And I was
That's number 1 answer.
Cat in the Hat.
Followed by the Grinch, followed by I Am Sam.
All right. Well, we're getting in murky waters here.
Number 3, a famous painting.
3, 2, 1.
Mona
Starry
Lisa.
Night.
Top 2 answers.
had
Mona
Mona
Lisa,
Lisa,
Starry
too.
Night. Top 2 answers.
Oh.
Starry Night's such a pretty.
Wasn't I Am Sam like a movie? Wasn't it Sam I Am?
I Am Sam was Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. That's what it was. Yeah.
Sam I Am.
You
then.
know.
Yeah.
Is he a
Also-
killer?
Sean,
No,
no,
he
he's
was
a
not.
he's a
that's Son
Dr.
of
Seuss
Sam.
character.
Summer
No,
of Sam.
but he did break the rule from
From Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Never go.
Moving on.
You got a sweep here.
Easy.
A former United States vice president.
3, 2, 1.
Dan Quayle.
I had Dan Quayle as well.
Dick Cheney was the
and I
number 1
apologize.
answer.
Joe
Dan
Biden.
Quayle.
Dan Quayle.
Mike
Potato. Potato.
I had Joe Biden.
All right.
Joe Biden
yeah,
also
I did
good
too.
answer.
No, Dan
These are
Quayle's
all
the right
correct.
one.
They're all
Well,
ex-U.S. vice
Bye,
president.
Kyle.
Great name.
You
Dan
got to get in
Quayle.
Clownvis's head. He's from the Dan
Let's just
Quayle.
see how we
Dan
did.
Quayle.
Character from Friends.
3, 2, 1.
Marcel.
I wasn't meant to be. He said Marcel.
Is that the monkey? That's Ross's monkey?
I love your brain.
You didn't get that? All right.
I'm sorry. I
One
missed
more
it.
round. One more round.
Oh,
And
man.
that
was
actually
beautiful.
seemed like an answer both of you would give.
Right.
Yeah.
One more round.
Everyone's back on the table.
Everybody's back on the table. Tim, hello.
Hey, what's going on? Happy birthday, Rizz. My
Thanks.
birthday's the big 50 this Sunday.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
You know what? Give him tickets. Just give him tickets. Yes. Give him tickets.
You win.
You
Birthday
win, Tim.
tickets.
Birthday boy.
What if he doesn't want tickets? He just wants to be on the radio or just wants to play the game.
Ellie, hello.
Hey, it's Kelly. Happy birthday,
Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Kelly.
Thank you.
Okay, Kelly, pick 2 people.
Let's do you, Rizz, and Rafe.
All right. Me and Rafe. Final round.
Okay.
Just 2 of us. Here we go for Kelly, not Ellie.
All right. A Greek god or goddess?
Okay.
A day of the year that people do not want to spend alone. Name an uncle from Full House.
There's only one right answer.
A fictional place for kids. A fictional place from a kid's story, starting with the letter N. famous mountain.
Oh.
Famous mountain.
Dude, I think we can go 5 for 5 here. Honestly, this is the most confident I'm ever feeling for a 5 and 5.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Do we have a patient zero that stands to win still?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Aaron.
Let's
Aaron's
see how we
still on the
do.
phone. All right, Lern, you count this one down.
Okay.
Number 1, a Greek god or goddess.
3, 2, 1.
Zeus.
Wow.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Aphrodite.
1 for 1.
Medusa.
I had Marcel as a second. A day of the year that some people don't want to spend alone.
3, 2, 1.
Valentine's Day.
Whoa, romantic.
Number 3, name an uncle from Full House.
3, 2, 1.
Jesse.
You damn right it's Uncle Jesse Gastopoulos.
Oh, man. All right, so Kelly's already won.
Sorry, Dave Coulier. I love Joey, too. Number 4, a fictional place from a kid's story starting with the letter N.
3, 2.
Neverland.
Yeah.
I had Neverland.
I said 1. Neverland and Narnia were the number 1 and 2 answers.
Oh, man. Neverland.
But I didn't think of Neverland. I thought of Narnia.
Both good answers, but that's why we play the game. All right.
All right, fine.
Just for fun, a famous mountain.
3, 2, 1.
Everest. Ah,
Wow.
it's a bummer.
Bummersville.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Ellie. I'm sorry, Kelly. It says Ellie on my screen.
The K is.
Sorry, Ellie.
No, Ellie wins. Aaron lost. Aaron from Overland. All right, we'll take a break. I think we got time for like a couple emails. A couple, 2, 3 emails. Moon, why do you look...
Well, how many did you get right just now?
4.
4.
Oh, okay. And you thought Aaron was going to get it because it was all or nothing.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Bummer indeed.
Could have had
Tried, bud.
Good at it. I'll put that on me, guys. That one's on me.
Yeah.
All right, 9:28. Friday, one final look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. So go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. The highways are clear. Your point forecast, isolated storms are possible. High of 91. Right now it is 78 at the Point Studio. So I've been talking about all that Antons can do for people with their energy audits, finding all the inefficiencies in your house and like getting those fixed. But of course, Anton's plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts, they really do promote world-class service on making sure that everybody in our area, all the surrounding counties in St. Louis area, has total indoor comfort. I suggested them to a friend, a coworker here. He called him up, had him doing a repair in his house, and he said while they were there, he said, "Hey man, I might need a duct cleaning. We've been here a couple years and hadn't had it cleaned." And they took a look at his ducts while they were there, and they told him, "No man, you're good. You're good." And he's like, I feel like any other company would have been like, "Sure, and here's what we're going to charge you." But they were the first ones to tell him, like, "Hey, you don't need this right now. We'll check back with us in a little bit, and we'll check on it for you." And he said, their honesty is why I'm going to keep using Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts. Whatever it is, believe me, when you have Anton's in your house, you're going to realize what their expertise is going to do for you. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts, the best of the best when it comes to all of those things. So book your service now at antonshvac.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
Let me brag about my dentist here for a second. It's Dr. Foley over at Foley Dental in Glen Carbon, 590 Glen Crossing Road in Glen Carbon. If you know Foley from Maryville, Illinois, yeah, they moved a couple of years ago. Great office, awesome office. Now, did you know 80% of adults with moderate or severe sleep apnea go undiagnosed, and 90% of kids with sleep disorder breathing symptoms go undiagnosed? Now, your dentist may be one of the first providers to even notice the signs, which include teeth grinding and mouth breathing and snoring and even night sweats and bedwetting in kids. Undiagnosed sleep disorder breathing puts you at a higher risk for heart problems, stroke, chronic allergies, chronic fatigue, and is often misdiagnosed as ADHD in kids. Now, the dentists at Foley Dental Group collaborate with physicians and other medical professionals to help identify and treat these conditions. So if you think you may be suffering from one of those things, get in touch with Foley Dental Group. FoleyDentalGroup.com, FoleyDentalGroup.com.
Hello, I am Elias, and you're listening to The Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Rizz.
All right, welcome back to the program. We got time for a couple emails. Mooners, RizzShow1057thepoint.com, or send us the instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Well, we're all entertainers here, and we added another one in the room. So let's go to entertainment reviews with this email. Happy Friday, fellas, and Lern. It just happened to be a Friday when this was written. It's a few weeks old, but they said, my wife and I watched the Kendrick Lamar Ken and Friends concert on Wednesday night via a live stream. First couple hours had the worst audio, video, lighting, etc. I've ever seen. Like the default settings were on and nobody cared at all. When Kendrick came on, it was all professional, spot on. Actually enjoyable. But I'd never seen such a big difference between openers and the main act. So my question is, what's the most jarring concert experience any of you have ever had in any way? Moon, maybe it's different for you.
Jarring?
Thanks. Team Rizz member Dan. Yeah, a jarring concert experience.
I don't understand.
Well, like he was pointing out the difference between like the sound from an opener and the headliner. Now, you've mentioned before, like one of your favorite bands came through Busch Stadium, and you said they sounded god-awful. And then they came through again, and you're like, oh, they sounded better. They must have had like a different sound guy or something like that.
Who was that? Busch Stadium?
Yeah, it was a classic rock band. I just don't remember which one. But you said they were real bad.
It wasn't Def Leppard?
I don't think it was Def Leppard.
Motley Crue?
Who opened for Def Leppard last
Journey.
time? No, last time.
It was Motley Crue.
Personally, I had a jarring experience when I went to see one of my favorite bands. I mean, like this was like rap rock central 90s, like angry rap rock that I just was so into.
Mm-hmm.
It was a band called Downset. Okay, and I
saw them, yeah.
Dude, their first two records ripped so hard, and they were just so right in the pocket for that 90s hardcore, like post-hardcore rap stuff. And they broke up. And then when they got back together, they're like, oh, we're doing like a reunion tour. And man, I went to see him at Pops. I mean, I waited a decade to see this band. I finally got to see this band. Now,
terrible,
dude. When I say terrible, I mean it was like I was still new in the I'm going to be a professional musician kind of thing, and even I was like, I feel terrible for these guys.
Wow. Listen, some people have off nights. I've seen The Offspring. Sometimes it sound awesome, and then sometimes it sound like crap.
Yeah, it was jarring. Like
Hit or miss.
I mean, I was there to rock. They could have.
What was off about it? The guy wasn't singing well, or
well, so it turns out the guitar player, or no, the bass player quit the night before. The second guitar player had to end up playing bass. The singer got fat in the meantime, but he was singing like it was the 90s, like he wasn't. So he was out of breath. So like every other word was gone. Every other verse was destroyed. It was just they shouldn't have played, because the whole time I just stood still like this going, no.
Listen, I'm usually blitzed on drugs at every concert.
Keep it real.
It's all jarring.
Everything sounds. It's all jarring. Yeah, it all sounds jarring to me. All right, one more email. Time for one more.
Okay, let's go to the food emails. I DoorDash part-time. I delivered Chipotle to Rizz, clearly his favorite restaurant. Order was for Scott R. with a flagpole in the yard. Pretty sure I met Cat the dog or a new dog. Tip was bad for the distance driven, but okay for the price of food, I guess. I definitely farted in the car on the way there, sent from Moon's iPhone. That's not true. The last
Okay, well, I do have a flagpole in front of the house. Yes.
You do get
I am a
Chipotle?
Scott R.
This person,
It's probably for my kids. So you farted on my kid's food.
Oh, man.
Evil.
Wow.
Damn.
And said that you gave a bad tip, but now you're blaming it on the kids.
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I don't decrease the tip.
You can't. That's what sucks about that app. You got to do it ahead of time.
I don't know. I smell a rat there. I don't know if that's a real story or not.
I mean, it describes, my house.
Why would you email and say I farted on somebody's food when we just had a story yesterday?
I think that's why he did it.
I know, but that person is going to jail now. So you're an idiot.
The guy took a crap in somebody's food.
Right.
I don't think this gentleman, what's his name?
It didn't have a name.
First name.
What's the email address?
Didn't have a name on the.
Get out of here. Give me the first name.
I
Give me
deleted.
the first
Okay,
name.
give me a second. I deleted the email after I copy
This
and
is
pasted.
convenient.
Right.
Hang on. Let me find it. It did say sent
Jack
from
the
Moons.
Ripper.
Moon's
Jack-
been Uber eating.
I got to go back a few thousand messages. Hang on.
Anyway.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Eric.
I'm going to be on the lookout for
You
Eric.
son of a.
Stop farting on my kid's food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Eric Parfait.
All right. Thank you for the email. One final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
Do you have people in your life telling you that you need to calm down? Yes. Well, you know what? You should. And self-care is so big right now. We do need to just relax. Woodhouse Spa, brand new. This thing is 10,000 square feet of relaxation in Ellisville, the corner of Clarkson and Manchester, offering massage and facials and mani-pedis and different things called rituals, where it's an entire experience from like head to toe. They even have this salt room there because my husband and I, we went to get massages a couple weeks ago, and I got a tour. And there's this salt room that is spectacular, where essentially there's two loungers and you can just chill in there. You can meditate and just absorb all of the healing properties of salt back into your body. The Woodhouse Spa is brand new. It's beautiful. It's so tranquil. And I'm actually going to be there on July 20th from 11 to 1 for their grand opening. So if you'd like to come out and say hello and maybe book a massage, I would love to see you. We'll be there from 11 to 1. They have expert team. They do a wide array of services, like I said. So if you have been needing just some self-care in your life, I want you to check out Woodhouse Spa, and you can book right now, maybe get a gift card for the people in your life that you love the most. Their phone number is 314-690-7222, Woodhouse Spa.
Hey, listen, hot temperatures out there. A lot of people talking about sexy body paint. That's right, sexy body paint. That's a thing. And Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, has a variety of fun body paint that you could wear for a fun, sexy evening. Glow-in-the-dark body paint, edible body paint, kissable body paint. That's right. Or how about a Nippy's flash tattoo? Discreet, seductive body art accessories that are temporary so you can enjoy without regret. Get it at Patricia's. Sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers. They got it all at Patricia's. If you're planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, go to Patricia's for your party supplies, of course. Hell, if you want a naughty deck of playing cards, they got that at Patricia's. Old school. 3 locations, St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit on Page 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, let's go, you guys. Hey, it's 9:48. Your body feels like crap. You've been working yourself to the bone. You're probably sweating right now because there's something going on at a microcellular level that you don't even know about because you are, in fact, not a doctor. Well, guess what? Luckily for you, and I'm talking to just strictly dudes here because, ladies, we know what's up. Dudes, Victory Men's Health is there for you. Let's talk about it. You go to Victory Men's Health. Well, first you go to victorymenshealth.com. You schedule an appointment. You go to any of the 4 locations nearest you. You go to O'Fallon, Missouri, O'Fallon, Illinois, Town and Country, or you go to the new location in Sunset Hills, and you walk in. First of all, it smells amazing. It looks exactly how you wish your house was decorated. The people will come to you. They will take your blood. They will do an in-body scan, tell you exactly where you're at in your life, and then customize a plan for you, whether it is, oh my gosh, I have so many vitamin deficiencies. Oh my goodness, my hormones are out of whack. Oh my gosh, I've gained a lot of weight and I need to do something about that because I want to. They can help you with all of that. And it's customized to you because everybody's different. So do something for yourself this weekend. Go to victorymenshealth.com, schedule an appointment, and then call me later. Thanks.
Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill back as a proud partner of the Rizz Show this summer.
That's right. So if you're looking for a spot to catch the game this summer, swing by one of the 9 area Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill locations. Pull up a front row seat for great drinks, amazing menu items, including burgers, pizzas, award-winning wines, and all the sports you can handle, served up by the amazing Hot Shots staff. No matter the season, Hot Shots got you covered.
And don't forget about happy hour. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. $4 burgers, $4 pizzas, and $4 boneless wings.
Yeah, and hey, if you get off work late, don't sweat it. Plenty of nightly specials, too, during every Cards game, including the triple play special with pizza, boneless wings, and a bucket of Bud Light for a great price.
And from Arnold to the location I was at last night, Wentzville, from O'Fallon, Illinois to St. Charles, there are 9 St. Louis area locations. Pull up a seat for game day. Find a location near you at hotshotsnet.com and see why Hot Shots has been St. Louis' home for all the games all the time since 1990.
You don't think they gained a location by the end of our ad?
No, because it is 9. There's a typo.
I know, it says 10. That's what I think is funny.
By one of the 9 area Hot Shots locations, but they have 10 at the bottom. I believe they're a 9-location company.
They are.
Well, we all know it's the case that home values in city are sky high, and that means if you own a home, you have a ton of equity right now, and your financial advisor thinks that the market is peaked, so you're thinking about selling, but there's 2 things that are keeping you from selling. One, high interest rates that'll burn you on that new home, and you're just not ready to move. Well, this is pretty awesome. With Truehold's Sell and Stay program, they will buy your home right now while its value is high, and you can stay in the home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease, which is incredible, right? Truehold, they will make a solid cash offer, not some lowball offer like the other guys. It's based on the home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, to pay off bills, or secure your retirement. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease, and Truehold, they're going to cover your property taxes, insurance, and even your maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Hey, when I get up in the morning, I want to feel sharp. I want to be at my best. I want to be my best all day. And, listen, I'm getting older. I'm going to be 46 next month, and things happen as we get older. Testosterone levels go down. It happens to guys. Happens to a lot of guys. But let's not have a defeatist attitude about this thing. Let's get ourselves fixed up. Let's go to Mentality. Mentality Health. You got 2 locations, Chesterfield and South County. When you go to Mentality, you meet with a board-certified physician. And first of all, they'll try to work with your insurance company. But maybe you're low T, so start the TRT therapy like I did, or an anti-aging peptide therapy, or if you're having problems in the bedroom, tadalafil that treats you for ED, or even semaglutide for weight loss. Treatment made simple at Mentality. Unlock your peak performance through innovative hormone optimization. You gotta make the call yourself, or just go to the website and get started that way. MentalityHealth.com, MentalityHealth.com.
The easy ones, right?
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. What a great week of shows. Thank you guys for tuning in. Woo. Thank you, Clownvis, for being here today.
Oh, my pleasure, boy. We had a good time today.
So we're off next Friday.
Right.
It's Limp Bizkit Friday, so if you want to come in Thursday.
I think I will, if that's all right.
Of course.
Yeah.
See Clownvis at Delmar Hall on August 10th. Tickets are going fast.
They are. Get your
Hot
tickets.
ticket alert.
Yes, sir. And also August 2nd, I'm going to be doing a beer tasting at Four Hands down there, tap room in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so come out and try that Clownvis beer for the first time August 2nd. I'll be giving away free tickets to the show that night, too.
All right.
I'll have some.
We love you, buddy. And a big thanks to David Koechner for coming in. And your entrance had me on the floor.
Yeah, go rewatch it
that
if
was
you missed
fun,
it.
man. That was fun. And if I can give one quick plug, if you're not going to see David Koechner tonight, go see my friend Sarah Sherman at Helium from Saturday Night Live. She's a bona fide clown stand-up comic. She's great.
She is good.
She is good. All right, thank you, Clownvis. Moon, today's podcast is titled
David Koechner, Clownvis, and the greatest show ever done.
It's a musical.
All right. What else you got?
Let's see. Next weekend I'll be in LA and San Diego, so our SoCal RizzShow fans and Rizz evangelists come out to the shows. We'll turn on Friday for a headline gig, and then we're playing with Sublime and Jacob.
Noel.
Yes, Noel.
He goes by Jacob Noel nowadays.
On Saturday with Sublime at Bayfest. I'll see you there.
All right. Learn.
July 20th, come out and see me. It's a Saturday, not this Saturday, but next. 11 to 1 at Woodhouse Spa. I'd love to meet you, give you some stickers. We'll go get massages. It'll be kick-ass.
Oh, come and get rubbed down with Lern.
That's right. I'm going to be doing the where you sit in the chair and for like 5-minute massage for like the first 10 people. It's going to be really cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Rafe.
I will also be rubbing people randomly.
In the parking lot.
But I will come to you. So just shoot me a message on my Instagram at I am Rafe Williams. Let me know where you'd like rubbed and when, and I will, or go to rubmaps.com.
What?
That's rubmaps.com. And type in search
Rafe Williams.
Promo code Rafe, and you get 20% off your next incarceration.
All right. Thank you, Rafe. Scott.
Yeah, follow me.
that.
Yeah, I will. Follow me at King Scott Rules. And just real quick, I want to ask Clownvis something.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you look like Roy Orbison?
I get it all the time.
Okay, that's it.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Bethalto, Illinois. Rick Carr is up.
Yeah, Rick.
Attaboy, Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
And Rick wants to hear this song, which is quite aggressive.
Good choice.
Quite aggressive for 10 o'clock in the morning.
Turn
but
those
okay.
subs up.